Alright, hello. How's it going there, Citrus? So Star Citizen is a tech demo that eventually, maybe one day, will become a game. That it's essentially an MMO where you can buy ships and have all that. It's kind of a mess. The devs are kind of a mess, but you know, it is what it is. Let's kind of work on this. I'm trying to get some stuff done here really quick. Game settings, cinematic cameras, yes, no. Okay, I'm trying to. I forget how to get rid of chat here. I think it's in Moby Glass. Where's chat? Comlink. Okay, let's see. Global chat. There we go. Send visor to chat. Okay. Alright, so let's go. So what brought me back to this game was the, you know, I've been waiting for this game forever and ever and ever. It was announced in 2012. That was the initial Kickstarter. I kind of started looking at it 14, yeah, about 2014, 2015, and it is, you know, it was supposed to be out 2016. It is still 2023 and nowhere near being out. But the main ship that has always interested me finally released. I bought it in 2018. It was supposed to be out in 2018. And lo and behold, 2023 is when it finally comes out. So I'm going to go play with that ship. Eventually, I'll hopefully get rid of this chat on the left here. It's kind of annoying. I can't get rid of it here. I think it eventually just goes away, but it's obnoxious. Alright, so hopefully it will update out and get rid of it. So I need to find where I can spawn. It's been a long time since I've been here, but try to go and spawn my ship here and do some cargo. That's kind of the main thing I want to do with this game. So I don't know what we have for money. Let's see. We only have like 20,000 AUEC. So let's go over here. I think this is where I can get some cargo. We'll see how ugly this gets. Game's been a mess for a long time, so hopefully. I was thinking of rebuying Starfield, but the big thing that keeps me away is, like, I watched a Nublitz video and he was talking about the building bases. That stuff really interests me. Please select a valid inventory. Okay. That really interests me. But, you know, the building bases interest me, some of that stuff in Starfield, but the lack of any sort of real ship use is obnoxious. Okay, let's see. I want to get rid of this chat. Let me find how to get rid of chat altogether. I'm constantly, like, the game is just, it's a pain setting some of this up. Just find out how to hide the chat. It's like the #1 search term. Close chat by pressing F12. Okay, let's see. F12. All right, thank Christ. We'll get rid of that. All right, so Area 18 is where we are. This is a walking simulator at this point. So I need to, I think, go spawn my ship. So we'll do that first. You know, the way they did this game is foolish. One, they're making this single-player story that, you know, there are a lot of people who want it, absolutely. But the money all comes in this game from the persistent universe where people buy ships. And that is, I think, where the main draw is for the game. And, you know, so in this part is they're just not really working on it because they're working on the single-player story. So Convention Center, Riker Memorial Spaceport. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll grab the Hull C. That's like the only thing that interests me in this game, certainly at the moment. You know, they could, you know, people criticize the game for being a walk-in simulator, which I absolutely buy. It's like you have to take trams everywhere, which isn't a bad thing when you have a game that's fleshed out. The problem is this game is nowhere near fleshed out. So kind of my whole thought process, they should have started kind of tight and then made sure everything worked in a small area. Then you expand. You make sure it all works in that area. Then you expand. Then you expand. Like, for example, they've been teasing hundreds of star systems. We've had one since since the game started development in 2012, which is fine. I have no problem with that. We do have planets and moons and everything else we can go explore, but the like for right now, like I had to leave my hab, I had to walk to the tram, I have to get on the tram to go to my ship, and then if I want to buy cargo, I have to then go all the way back and buy it at the kiosk, which is silly. So little things like that, they're thinking about like what the final game will be instead of like building it as they go and making sure everything works, which is kind of foolish. But this is one of the things why I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer games. It's like, see these morons just running around. It breaks immersion for me. It's why I kind of like a single player environment. Why I'm kind of thinking of maybe getting back into Starfield is, it's like I'm just calmly sitting here and we get Moe's just running around here, What is this? That's banking. So like really, we're at the spaceport. We should be able to buy cargo here, but we can't. We have to run all the way back. So that's something that's been a long criticism. So I want to get out of here and we'll see what we can do here. We'll go fly somewhere. We don't have a lot of cash anyway, so. All right. So let's find a terminal. There's terminals here. There's Traveler. There's, I think up here. So I think that's where you can buy, rent ships. Hey, how's it going there, Daniel?
Monitor your luggage at all times.
So we'll call out the Hull C. This is kind of the only reason I want to play is the Hull C finally came out. So here is my Hull C. This is my baby. This is what the only reason I'm still interested in this ship.
Thank you for visiting our corp. Stanton's capital.
Your vehicle has been
Hangar
delivered to
7.
the following location. Please
All right, so Hangar 7.
Prosperous day.
So we'll call the elevator. The elevators are killer in this game. You can easily get killed by an elevator. And we're Hangar 7, so we'll go Hangar 7.
Obey all security and customs personnel.
So I tried fixing the keybinds on my joystick, and I can't get that to work either. So the game's just kind of a mess. And so we'll take off and we'll get out into space, and we'll just kind of stop and we'll listen. Say like that. The door's just shut on me here. Go to Hangar 7. Get off 6. Go to 7. Oh God. The door's like instantly open and closed. Like a lot of people have problems already with the game, quote unquote, the game. But so hopefully we can get there. Yeah, we'll see if I even get to that step. There we go. We're going to Hangar 7 now. Like the doors instantly closed on me in the elevator. I couldn't get out, so we'll see. But we'll take a big long look at the ship. I reviewed the trailer for it. We'll kind of go through the ship. This has been my favorite ship. I have a lot of issues with, I'd say most of the people who watch me, are Stormworks people. Friggin' hell, open the door. Are Stormworks people, so a lot of that is, of course, you're designing your own stuff. So, like, the artist did a good job on the ships in game. Like, this is beautiful. I like an industrial ship. That all works. We'll kind of do a quick tour of the ship. I think their interior design is crap in a lot of ways, and they're working on Chris Roberts' fever dream of Squadron 42, which is the single-player game, and he wants to be like a movie director, and so like a lot of the ships they built to be FPS levels, and so they don't really work well as a machine. A little experience with this, as being a pilot. And so they don't really work well as that, but they're good like little artistic set pieces sometimes. And so kind of talk about some of the interior of the ship. So I'll do kind of a review of the outside. So I love the look of this thing. It's very industrial. I like that. I like an industrial ship. You know, one of the main gripes that this community has is that, oh, the view is so terrible out of the cockpit. It's like, dude, it's a cargo ship. It's not a fighter jet. It's supposed to have this view. Like, this is a view like I'd have in an airline, in all the airliners I've ever been in. You know, I've flown in 777s, I've flown in 76s, 75s, all the MD-80 variants, 73s all in the cockpit, you know, 145s, CRJs. Been in all the cockpits of all these jets, and this has a look of that, and that's what I like. So there's the docking port. Has big retro thrusters in the front to slow down. This is a cargo ship, so it is large engines to get that movement. I really love the gear. This is a big ship, you know, and it feels it. Big struts. I really love the engines on this. It has a lot of big engines. What does it have? 6 engines on it, and then retros. So I really love the design of the exterior of this ship. There's some of the, you know, the concepts that I liked a little bit better, but I think they did a pretty good job with this at the end here. Like, good detailing on, you see like the gear doors there, nicely hinged, and looks nice and industrial. So let's go ahead and we'll go in, and the interior is where I struggle with this, and it annoys me. There we go. Go ahead. There we go. So here's the elevator. I have not flown the C2. I have it in my hangar because I have this. I've not flown the C2. The flying mechanics in game are kind of crappy. I did enjoy them when there used to be hover mode. That was my favorite time to actually fly. It was a skill. So let's talk about the interior of the ship. It's going to be dark because it's not finished, as nothing is in Star Citizen. But they wasted so much space in the ship. So it is common, you know, as somebody with a lot of logistics experience, it's common to have some internal capacity and external. This ship expands, and it's kind of like a container ship, and it takes its cargo on the exterior, and then you can't land with it. But they wasted so much room in here, and from some of the promotional stuff, it looks like they tried to make this ship an FPS level. So I guarantee you, in Squadron 42, which is the single-player game that I have no interest in, they use this ship for an FPS battle. I can almost guarantee it from like the stuff they've showed, and it ruins the interior of this. So for example, we come in our elevator here and we have a big airlock. This here, if I open it, is the external airlock. So if we hook up to, say, a space station, this would be the airlock for that. So there's our shared entry point. Let's close that up again. Like, I hate the interaction on this. It's kind of immersion breaking, but we have 4 suit lockers. And then, so this whole room, like, this is an enormous hallway, a lot of space wasted in here for 4 suit lockers. And there's really not much else to do in here. And then we go in here, and we have more wasted space. We have a big central useless corridor that doesn't do much. And that's wasted space. And so a lot of this, I find, a lot of their ships aren't thought out very well from an actual functional standpoint. They're just art pieces. And so here we have another useless hallway for escape pods. And so we have 3 useless hallways, which is just a ton of wasted space in the ship. And so this is my main gripe with the interior of the ship. And so let's quickly, let's quickly go to paint, and I'll kind of show you what I would have done with this interior here. So I'll quickly bring something up, and we will look at it. So, you know, that's my main gripe with this ship, and it's just like, some of their interior work is just so silly. Like, you can tell they have limited, like, real-life experience with some of the stuff, and it's massively useless. So, like, let's go ahead and let's kind of, I'll draw out the space. And so, essentially, you know, I'm going to simplify it. We have our square here. I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. All right, we have our square here, and so this is kind of the basis of the ship. You know, the front of this ship. And so if you divide the ship down, the ship has these 3 useless corridors, and it really is a huge waste of space. And so up at the top here, you have access to the bridge, you have access to the spindle, which goes to engineering there. This was where we came up here in the elevator. So put a quick little square here. So there is your elevator. Here is the docking port there that I saw. Here's another doorway there. We have a doorway here for the escape pods, and then there's a crappy staircase here, ladder rather, to go up into the living quarters. A ton of wasted space. This is all wasted. This is all wasted. We have suit lockers here, so because you're going to be able to go out into the vacuum, you need to be able to have, survival suits. And so those survival suits are all here. And then we have escape pods for here. Big, huge waste of space. So what I think they should have done is this. Let's get a erase tool here. Erase tool. Okay, let's go up a little bit. All right, so what they should have done is this. So all of this wall should be gone. So that should be gone. All right. And what we should do here is we should join the hallways. So let's go back. What did I go? It's 10. I don't know what size that was. So what they should do is join the hallways like this. All right. And let's go back to 40, 100 here. Okay. So they should join the hallways like this and delete out that there. And then they should have another join here. And they should make the hallway angled like so. This is what I think they should do. Go like this and rejoin the hallways. And what the hallways will do is this little jag here, because you need your escape pods. You need your escape pods to be on the external wall. All right, so they should be on the external wall like so. They're airlocks. They're sealed. They can be in a living space like this, and have the hallway jog like this. So you come out of the bridge, you go down here, and then you go out into the spindle like so. All right, and then what you should do is put a door that, an airlock door that joins this new section that I've just made with the airlock section. You can put it here, you can put it there, wherever you want to put it, but put it in there. All right, and it doesn't have to be angled. These could be squares. You could square these off and make them like this if you wanted. Probably even like that a little bit better. But, anyway, so you have the hallway. This is how I think they should have done it. And then have your escape pods over here. And then what this could be is a cargo area. Now, people said, oh, all the cargo should be carried on the outside. In real life, the way a lot of this happens is, I've got a lot of cargo experience. I've got over a decade of cargo experience. And the way you do it is you bring in low value, high quantity cargo. So things like, think scrap in game, think waste in game. You're bringing a huge quantity, 4,600 SCU of that crap around. And that is paying the bills, but it's not really ultra profitable, which is fine. You make your profit by bringing a lot of it. And what they should have done is this interior space here, by joining useless hallway 1 to useless hallway 2 and making more space, they could have turned this into internal cargo. And so this happens a lot IRL. For example, when I was a delivery driver, we would move, you would have a lot of low value items, large quantities of low value items. And so let's say you make 10 cents on each item. If you have thousands of them, you're going to make money. Or you could have one very high value item. So say, for example, a next day delivery, which has, because it's next day, it's very high value. Or you're bringing medicine. For example, we used to bring prescriptions to people, and you could have a bag with 100 pills in it, and each pill is worth, $100. Or we'd have jewelry. We'd have a small box full of jewelry, and it would say right on the box it's worth 100 grand. And so by doing it this way, you have access to the docking collar. You also have access to the elevator, and now you can put hand deliverable cargo in here. And so the Hull C cannot land with its cargo on the spindle at a base. But if you did this, you'd be able to load in, say, I don't know, it doesn't have to be a huge number, 20 SCU of very high valuable cargo in this new cargo hold I made. You can bring it up the elevator, put it in here. You can also come in here, load it in there, and then you go through the door into here, and you have your escape hatches. And because this is all an airlock, you could then, or, you could even square this out. I would square it out again. So, like, I would put right here as the airlock, and then I'd put a door going into, you know what I'd actually do? Let's do this. Let's go erase. We'll erase this. So erase this line here, and then we'll redraw it. So what I would do is actually this. Make the hallway like this. And what you have now is this is your elevator. You have an airlock, have the door come in here. And now you can come up the elevator. You can go in here, make this whole thing an airlock. You can come in here, drop your cargo in here. You can also bring cargo in the ship as necessary to use it, like, say, food. And then you have access into the ship. But you can put your cargo in here, and that is huge to be able to bring, like, for example, 4,600 units of scrap. That might be worth, say, 100,000. And then you have 10 units of really high value, say, medicine that goes in this hand deliverable. And so what you would do is you travel from space station to space station, bringing your main cargo, the 4,600 units, and then you would bring 20 units here. So you'd fly space station to space station, then you would go down to the planet and you could deliver that. So that would be my use for that space, because that space is just so useless right now. Sorry, guys. The way they have the game set up, it's a pain for me to switch around, so I can't just do windowed properly. So that's kind of my main gripe with the ship. Is just so much wasted space in here. So, like, imagine if our hallway came over here, and then we rejoined here, all of this could be cargo in here. And that would give us a good bit of cargo to make some more profit, also allow us to go down to the ground. So there's another screwy space here. So this is how you get up to habitation. Most ships now in game have an elevator. This is silly. Okay, you live up there, right? The kitchen's up there, your bed's up there. How the hell am I getting food up? So I go to the shops, I buy some food, I want to go put it in the refrigerator. I have to carry it up this ladder in this huge ship. It's a huge ship, right? Should have an elevator that goes right up. I have to carry it up this ladder into the habitation area. That's so silly. And you can tell that they screwed up the ship. There's a guy in the community, a morphologist, who's an architect, and he does architect reacts to the design, and he was having all sorts of issues with this too. But, like, this space is silly. Like, the lighting screwed up in here. I think the crew size is too big. Again, I was a commercial airline pilot, and so if you're doing cargo, there's only 2 of you nowadays. There is captain, first officer, and you share duties. You'll either do pilot flying duties or pilot not flying duties. And so this has a 4-person crew, which I think, again, it's part of Chris Roberts wanting to have his little space opera, and he doesn't actually care about how things are really going to work in the game. This here is a kind of a cool room. This is the tractor beam room. Doesn't work yet, but this is how you'll actually load your ship eventually, is this tractor beam room. But again, we're having to climb up this silly little ladder to get in and out of our ship, which is pretty foolish. I'm glitching through everything. This should be an elevator. And so if we did that design I was talking about, where you jogged from here over there and then over here, and then all this space here could be utilized for cargo, internal cargo, high value cargo, and then using this hallway, again, we can still escape through our escape pods, and then put an elevator, bump it out here, and put an actual elevator that goes up into the habitation. I think that would be a much better design. We'll go into engineering once I get off the ground. So let's go in the bridge. As a pilot, the bridge is my favorite area, and I think they kind of screwed this up too. Again, this is a cargo ship. The wall of the bridge should be right about here. All right, it should just be for flying the craft. And again, I think Chris Roberts was looking, or the designers were looking too much into movies and not enough into how does a utility ship work. The more crew you have, the less profit you have, the more expenses you have. And so, it's kind of a movie thing to have a captain seat sitting in the middle. This captain is useless. There's no point for this. IRL, you'd have captain, first officer, pilot flying, pilot not flying, pilot flying, pilot not flying. So this ship really should be a 2-person crew. You'll notice that's how they're doing it with the airlines. That's how they're doing it with most of these cargo operations. Tractor trailer, they'll have, they do what's called sleeper teams. You have 1 person driving, 1 person sleeping, then they swap. That makes more sense. Like, this captain, what's he going to do? You need to understand the nature of cargo. It's taking something from point A to point B. There's no point in having 3 people sitting on the bridge. None. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take off with your cargo, especially this particular craft. It goes from space station to space station. So you're going to go from the space station, you're going to go a straight line to the next space station, and you're going to just, you know, ride the ride, kind of like I used to do in the airlines, kind of like do tractor trailer. And, you know, you don't need a 3-person crew because this person's going to be sitting around doing nothing. And then one of your pilots is going to be monitoring, pretty much doing nothing. So what I think they should do is reduce the crew size on this to 2. And you should have somebody flying, you know, pilot flying, pilot not flying. The pilot not flying would also double as the engineer. And so I think that would make more sense. So let's go ahead and we'll jump in the seat here. All right. And so bear with me on keybinds. I'm going to try and do as much touchscreen stuff. I prefer that. So let's see. I have to try to remember how to run any of this stuff. There we go. Flight ready. All right, so we're powered up now. All right, good. We're going to go to our Moby Glass. We're going to go to comms. Comlink. We're going to do, where is it? Bear with me here. I forget a lot of this stuff, so it's been a while. And I'm looking for, oh, you know what? It's on the screen in-game. I think I have to do it. So let's find menu. See, my cursors are different. Comms. Okay, there we go. Area 18 landing services.
You are clear to launch.
All right, so if we look above, we can't see, we don't have eyebrows, but they're opening doors above us. So unfortunately, I was trying to set up my joystick, and I kept trying to rebind the controls, and it just wouldn't rebind. So I'll read some chat. I'm just waiting. Okay, you just heard the doors are still opening, so we're not going to take off till they open. Yep, how's it going there, Sebastio? Yeah, a lot of SU in this one. Oh, you're working on your snowmobile there, Citrus? Alright, so the doors stop making noise, so we should be ready to take off. I hate mouse flying, but I'll have to work on it once my I'll have to work on it once we get in the air here. So we're taking off vertically. Alright, and here we're going out. I'm gonna quickly try to change view. I'm not very good at controls on this. I think it's, what is it, Alt? Something, I forget what the keybind, I think it's Z. Z is free look. Okay, Z is free look, so there we are. As you can see, I'm trying, I don't fly well in third person, so. One thing is their flight model's pretty crap at this point. I really wish they would work on it. You know, they keep we're working on it in Squadron 42, a bunch of nonsense, but, you know, at one point they had what was known as hover mode, and it actually made things have gravity. For example, I can take this huge ship, and I can just point it down at the Earth like this, and it will just hang it'll just hang. It's silly. You know, I can build better, more realistic stuff in Stormworks than this. You know, that is silly. And a hover mode made it so if you did that, you would slide forward and slam into the ground like you should. You know, we're in a gravity well. We do have thrusters, but those little thrusters are not going to be able to hold a ship this big, like just angled to the ground like that. You would have to put them vertical. And so I really wish they would address this this flight mode, because everything feels cartoony, and I really just hate it. You know, so flying, of course, is very important to me, so, you know, it bugs me a lot, this. Let's try to find, I thought I remember where, so engines, shields, weapons, QT, HUD, nav, alarm. Trying to find the gear. It's probably a keybind. We'll bring it up here. Let me look in front of me. Those all cautions? Yeah. Okay, so let's bring up keybinds really quick. We'll find it for gear. There are a lot of commands here. Toggle, okay, stay where I want you there. Mining mode, gimbal mode, where is gear? If anyone knows gear, you can yell it out here or see it. Let's see. I'll do a quick search if I need to. N? Okay. So N. Toggle landing mode? Okay. Alright. Sounds good. Alright, so we'll go in third person here, and we'll take a look, and there we go. Gear's going up and stowing. Alright, so that is stowed. Alright, let's go ahead. Thank you for that. So we'll start going forward here. So they added a weird ATC. This was back when I used to pay attention to this game. It's like they couldn't be bothered to like look at real life stuff and how it worked, and they absolutely do need some ATC, some air traffic control, because it's like, you know, you wouldn't be able to fly around a city just like however you want. It's nuts, of course, you know. And so it makes sense, you know, of course, that they do that, but the way they handle it was silly. You know, they could have done it a lot more realistic ways. Alright, so we're going to accelerate here. I don't know if my velocity is capped, so I would like to... try to get these keybinds going here. I really want to operate in joystick here. But we're climbing out here, and so we need to get up there, so... We're going 64 meters per second, it looks like. I think that must be meters per second. And we're up at about 2,000 meters, so about 6,000 feet at the moment, climbing out. So eventually we'll be able to jump somewhere. I just want to jump out in the middle of somewhere. I'm trying to find my map. On the scroll, okay. So speed limiter's on the scroll. So looks like Sebastian has my... there we go. So speed limit is on there. There we go. Thank you. I'll get the joystick up and running. That's what I need to get to. But I'm just reading some stuff. Yeah, interior is just way too not only spacious but a waste. You know, I understand one of the reasons why they make the interiors too big in Star Citizen is that you need to be able to walk through stuff and not clip, but also, again, you know, they're making two games, which is a mistake. What I think they should have done is made Star Citizen the open game, which makes them all their money, and then they should have made, once that game is up and running and we as the community have tested it, and so the flight mechanics are fun and engaging, the fighting, the gun mechanics are fun and engaging, then they go make their single-player story using the game as a basis. Instead, they're doing it ass backwards as usual, CIG, and they're making this crap single-player game, and then they're neglecting the thing that makes them all the money, which pisses off those of us who've been waiting for, you know, a decade to play this game properly, you know, and that's kind of obnoxious. So the interiors are very much built out to be first-person levels, first-person shooter levels, which is obnoxious, you know, and so that annoys me. I wish they'd put their focus on the game that is making them all the money, which is this. So, like, it's funny, people will complain about the view of this ship. This has a proper cargo view, and also that window is way oversized compared to how it would be in real life. It'd be much smaller IRL. You know. Alright, so we're at 210 meters per second now, so about 400 knots. We're up about 22,000 feet, so I'm just reading some chat as I'm kind of going here. I enjoy hauling the game, but it's frustrating me how there is no profitable low-income cargo or anything. Yep, you know, this is how they should have built the game. So if you don't understand, I'll go in the map when I get up there. I just want to make sure that some trolling piece of garbage doesn't try to intercept me, so I want to kind of get us out of here and get somewhere safe. You know, what they should have done was they should have started with one space station, and you come in the game and you get to fly around the space station. Then they should have added a space station and a moon, and you can fly from the space station to the moon. And then they should have added in cargo mechanics. You go down to the moon, you pick up cargo, you bring it back to the space station. You want to do first-person shooting stuff, you go from the space station to the moon, you shoot at each other. You go from the space station to the moon, and you fight each other with your ships. And then what they should have done is add a second moon. So now you have a space station and two moons. Then add a planet, space station, two moons, and a planet. And then they add another system. You know, another planetary system in there. And so, you know, same star system, but another planetary system where you go, and now you have a different planet and moons and space station. And then you can traverse from there. Instead, you know, they're trying to build everything all at once, so like, you know, one of the memes about Star Citizen is how you essentially it's a tram simulator where You know, you have to take a train to get from everywhere, and it's just you're wasting all your time going from point A to point B, and it's because they built it kind of funky. You know, in my opinion, is they should have essentially built the microcosm where you can do everything, and so to kind of compare it to say Stormworks, you know, we started out and we had the Sawyer Islands, and you could do cargo everywhere in the Sawyer Islands. You could go from here to there. You could do rescues everywhere in the Sawyer Islands. Then they add, say, the Arctic, and now you can go up to the Arctic and you do all the stuff. But then you can also go back to the Sawyer Islands and go Sawyer Islands Arctic, and then they add the arid biome. So now you have 3 biomes, and so they should have done this as biomes. Oh, it is most certainly not free. I'll read some more stuff. I'm just reading. Themes like Sebastio. Make sure if I pronounce that wrong, let me know. Plays the game, so it says, I'm enjoying hauling in the game, but it frustrates me how there's no profitable low-income cargo. Anything you can haul on a cutlass, you can haul in higher value. Yep. So what they should have done with this game is, for example, the Hull C. People are all worried about the Hull C. Oh my God, it's going to ruin the economy. It has such a high capacity. These ships are not designed IRL to be hauling really high valuable stuff. Think about what a cargo ship, like a large cargo ship, hauls IRL. It hauls low value goods. So for example, a private jet has a 6-person capacity. That is high value goods. People paying very high amounts of money to fly a private jet. You then get to like a more commercial jet where it has more volume, more people, but they pay less. So you have high volume, low profit. And so you need a full 777 in order to make a profit, where if you had a private jet with 4 people paying, you know, $30,000 a piece, you know, it would be equal amounts of profit. And so the same thing needed to happen here. Is what they should have done is when the Hull C was coming in and when some of these bigger cargo ships were coming in, what they should have done is it was super simple. What they should have made is each one of the space stations, they make waste, right? Because people make waste, and they make scrap, right? Essentially wasted materials. And so what you would do in a Hull C is you fly from Space Station 1 to the scrapyard. You fly from Space Station 2 to the scrapyard. You fly from Space Station 3 to the scrapyard. And that is one of your loops. And then you have a recycling facility for waste, right? A bio-waste recycling facility. Same thing. You go from station to station to station to station, bringing bio-waste. You know, what else is high value or high quantity, low value goods? Another one is food, right? So food is another essentially low value, high quantity good, right? You bring lots of food to the space station. So there should have been a like a hydroponics lab, and then you bring food from there to the space station. Now, if you have a small ship like Sebastian was talking about, the Cutlass, which is a small ship, there's no point in you flying all the way across the system to go pick up 2 boxes of food and bring it all the way across the system to a space station. You're never going to be able to make profit doing that. You're paying one person to bring an incredibly small amount of food across, and per unit profit for food is very low, so it doesn't make any sense. So what does make sense is a Hull C. You have this huge amount of space to haul that. So actually, let's go ahead and we'll stop here. I think it's Alt-K. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I will try to work this camera. All right, and we're going to do Alt-K. And this is kind of the whole thing, what the ship does. I need to fix my flying here. This ship expands. That's kind of the whole party trick of this. So this is like a container ship. So these spindles open up and all the cargo is held on these spindles. That's why it has such a high volume, is they all go on the spindles. Now we can't land with the spindles. Again, why I think we need a small cargo bay inside. So kind of like how I was talking about how cargo works IRL is you would put all of your waste, your scrap, and the food, things that are very low per, so you might only make, say, $5 per crate. So like I was saying, you don't want to take a single small person cargo ship and carry 1 crate, because you might make $5 of profit per crate, right? If you can hold 2 crates, well, you just went across the system and you only made $10 of profit. But this thing, you can hold, say, 4,600 crates. So now that is $20,000 of profit. That makes sense. And so that makes perfect sense to haul that much food, say, on the stores, on the external cargo stores. And then on the internal cargo stores, you haul 1 box of jewelry. 1 box of jewelry makes you $20,000 in profit. So you put all this food on the outside and you put 1 box of jewelry on the inside, you make 20 grand. The ship that Sebastian was talking about, the Cutlass, you put in 1 box of jewelry in the Cutlass, 1 person operates it, well, guess what? It makes profit. It makes sense for you to haul that 1 box now. So these are the kind of the things that I think CIG really needs to look at some reality. You know, I did a write-up. I think a dev may have reached out to me. I didn't know if they were a dev or just another community member, and I kind of ignored them. They may have been a dev reaching out to me because I did a big write-up on logistics and how it works in real life. And the way cargo works, we actually don't have cargo yet in Star System. What we have is trading, which I hate. So what trading is you go to the planet and you buy 100,000 units of gold for $1. You go to the space station, you sell that gold for $1.10. Yay, profit. The problem is this: the game is too buggy and unreliable. And what happens is, if you just spent 100 grand of your own money to buy the gold, and the game crashes, or some jerk tries to pirate you, or you know, somebody who is a griefer and they just ram into your ship, well, guess what? You just lost 100 grand of the money you earned in game. That sucks. Cargo hauling, the way that works is you get a contract. Somebody says, hey, I need you to move 4,600 SCU of food from point A to point B. And you're going to make $1 on every SCU. So, okay, I'm going to make $4,600. So you don't put up any of your own money, right? Just like you would in real life, right? I moved a lot of cargo. I never had to buy any of it myself. They paid me for my time, and that makes sense. Guess what happens? You just spent an hour moving cargo, and the game crashes. You lost it all. That sucks, but you didn't lose any of your own money. You just lost some time, and it sucks, but it's not devastating like it would be this way. Let me see if I need to bring up the star map. So that's kind of talking about how they should have done cargo, and they kind of screwed that up. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Like Sebastian was talking, there's no reason to keep the smaller cargo ships once you have money for the big ones. It should never be like that. You know, the way they should have done it was, like I said, you know, if you have a cargo ship that can carry 1 box, and that's a box of jewelry, well, that cargo ship, because it's very small, it doesn't cost you a lot in fuel, it doesn't cost you a lot to buy, and you only have 1 person running it, so it doesn't have a lot of operations costs. And so you fly to a planet, and it's a very tiny little base, so you can't take a big ship there, and you go and you get that 1 box of jewelry. You put it on your ship, you fly all the way across the verse, and you deliver it. That makes it so that it's still equally profitable to use a small ship. And so because they're paying you for your time, it doesn't matter what you're in. And that's where I think CIG made a big mistake on that. So I agree with Sebastian there. If you're going to get the game FS, I would just buy the $45 version. The game is, I don't think they should be, yeah, that's my opinion. Do whatever you want, of course. But, you know, I don't think they should be, they shouldn't be rewarded for their nonsense at this point. But, you know, you can buy the $45 version and work your way up. Like, you could buy, theoretically, you're supposed to buy every ship. They have the most scummy purchasing system of any game I've ever seen. Like, you buy ships for real money. This ship cost me $200 when I bought it. It is now, quote-unquote, worth $500. If you wanted to buy this ship and use it in game, it would be $500. Literally, real money, $500 real dollars. All right, so here we are, Skyline. So I'm currently here at ArcCorp. I just want to fly somewhere, so let's go to Microtech. No, here's Microtech right here. Okay. All right, and I want to go to... Where is the space station, Sebastian? Where is the Microtech space station? I can't remember the name of it. It's been a while. Like, I stopped playing right when Microtech... Like, right after Microtech came out, I saw a little bit of it. There's Cleo. There's an outpost, Euripide. So with this ship, I need to go to the space station. So we'll plot a course here. So set route. Okay. So route is set. Let's go. All right, we're gonna align to that. So I don't know where it is yet. We'll have to align to it here. It's probably on the other side of the planet here. So I might have to route my way across this body. So let's see. I need to bring up the keybinds here. Where are we at here? Spool QT is B. Okay. So we're spooling the QT for quantum travel. I'll catch up with chat. Once we get in quantum, I'll be able to go to the bathroom and we can I can go through some chat. So that's about 1,400 knots is what we're going right now. So quantum drive spooling up. All right, spooling's complete. I need to align. So there is the space. There is the space station here. We can actually go to the space station here, but that's the space station right there, as you can see. Let's go to the space station. Screw it. Here, let's go back to the map. This star map is really garbage. They need to work on this. I try not to be too negative about some of these things, but this game does make me negative. Why can't I see the? Why can't I see the clear route? Okay. Let me see if I can find this here. Okay, so there's Bayesian point there. Okay, we'll spool the drive here, and we'll end up heading to that. So we'll go. This is the space station. If you look right there on the ground, I can't move my cursor too much, but that one there, that's where we took off from. So we'll go over here, and we'll quickly jump to this place here. Up there's guns. Up, come on. I forget how to jump, so I need to quickly look. It's been a while since I played this. All right, come on. Spool QT, engage QT, and then it has hash, whatever the hash is. So is it hold? Maybe it's hold. There we go. All right, so we just quantum traveled. All right, so now we're coming to Bayesian point. So we're gonna go ahead, and because this whole ship, the point of the ship is for, large cargo. They're way off of what they're eventually supposed to have here. But the way it's supposed to work in real life is you're supposed to park, and then you have these small Argo ships that will load you, and that's hopefully it will come out soon, and quote unquote soon. It's a joke in Star Citizen. The soon TM. So I'm just slowing us down here. I'm flying by and just slowing down. So I'm letting it slow down here kind of naturally, and I'm just going to contact them. We'll do it with the ship's comms. So I need to get a parking spot. So we have Bayesian point right here. I need to find the right cursor and click on it.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, so they just assigned me a landing bay. And so I have to dock. The docking mechanic here is absolutely silly. I've done it once, but it's pretty silly. They could go to what a community member made for Kerbal Space Program, and it would have been a lot better than what they have here. This is just wonky, man. Again, they like to reinvent the wheel over at Star Citizen, and what they should be doing is they should be looking at how it's done in real life and copying the best parts of that, and then make it a little bit futuristic, frankly. All right, I shut off my quantum drive so it wouldn't keep buzzing us, but that's kind of one of my issues with what they've done and how they've done it. Is it's like there's a lot of real world, and of course, as an instrument pilot, I've experience with a lot of real world instrumentation, how it works, and there's a reason they do things the way they do them, and I wish the game would just also do it that way. It would make it so much better. Oh, don't hit stuff. Try not to hit stuff here. Much better with my joystick. I absolutely loathe mouse flying. It was one of the reasons that I refunded Starfield. Was it was just the flying was just like, I hate mouse flying. All right, so I'm trying to find my docking area here. I think it's this one here. You know, they should be looking at real-life instrumentation, how it works. For example, I'll bring it up later. There's a KSP mod that you have to do actual orbital docking with stations in KSP, if you want. And this guy made an absolutely fantastic mod that it's very realistic, and it operates perfectly how you'd expect it to operate in real life. This is the most confusing docking mechanic. And again, I've flown, you know, $25 million jets with very complex navigation systems, no problem. And this is just like, doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, it's just silly the way this docking system works. So I'm trying to get aligned with this docking port. What it should be telling me is it should be giving me my roll, my pitch. So like, see, it just, I don't get it. So I have to go to the side here, which is fine. I get all that. All right. So it's, see, the other thing is, like, free look is a pain, man. So that's the docking port that I want to be going to here. So I'm going to start translating over and getting closer anyway. You know, it should be giving me constant information. So it should be giving me my... So the first thing you should do is you should get your roll orientation. This is how it should be done IRL. You get your roll orientation. So you should roll, and it should be telling me exactly how to roll, how to pitch. You know, which it really isn't. So it's just obnoxious. So there it is right there. It's right. It's off the... It's behind me a little bit. And to the my docking port, it's behind me and on my left side here. So, like that docking indicator, it's pretty useless where it is right now. It's not moving. It should be moving as I'm moving. I really hate this mouse flying. Eventually, I'll get this fixed. So it's like, see, it's somewhat aligned there. It's okay. I'm hoping this is how you run this thing. A lot of people have been complaining about this lately, and I think rightfully so. So I assume I want to get that docking port in the central line. So see, the docking port should not be in the central line. That's bullshit the way it is right now. It just like, again, I'll show you a proper docking alignment indicator that somebody in the community made for, okay, so there. So now it's like, it's in that quadrant. I don't get what that's all about. So let's look at it from external here. So we're pretty close. So like, if we look, it is right. Like, see, we're close. But the alignment indicator is really not telling me any useful information. Like, it should be telling me up, down, left, right. It doesn't. Oh, see? So I just hit and damaged myself. So this is just like, this docking alignment system is just wonky, weird, man. So I'm just gently strafing to the side. So see, now I have no clue what it wants, so I have to look outside, see what it wants. All right, so see, so I am still too far forward, and I am also crooked, so we'll have to fix that. Too far forward and also crooked, so. All right, so now we're not crooked anymore, and let's go back a little bit. So see, it's not giving me any progression to tell me that I am improving my situation. Like, that's part of the thing is, like, that doesn't help me. Like, that is not a good UI at all. Just rotate to align with dock. Okay. Okay. It's like, it's not intuitive, and a big part of this is adjust rotation. Okay. I don't want to auto dock. I want a manual dock. So let's see. Come on, man. It's a very screwy system, this. I'll show you the KSB mod here in a second. Okay, so see, I should be good here. Let's see. In third person. Alright, so theoretically, I just need to come... Oh, god damn it! If you don't press the right button on this, I'm still flying with mouse, which I hate. I want to look with mouse. I don't want to do any of this nonsense with mouse. Very frustrating, like, not... Like, I literally spent, like, 30 minutes trying to set my joystick up before this, and it was just like... Alright, so let's go back inside. See, like, I'm right on top of it, and it looks like I'm a million miles away. There's no sense of scale on this, and that's problematic, is... It's like I just zoomed forward, and now it's like it got bigger, like it was... I'm in better shape here. I could auto-dock, but again, that's one of the things I loathed about Starfield was I want to be the pilot. You know, and so many of these games, like, they try to automate everything, and it's like, no, dude, let me be the pilot. Alright, we're going to just auto-dock here to make it easier until I get this figured out, so. Alright, auto land is, I have to hold it, I think. Okay. Now let's see where I am. Oh my god, stop moving in third person. I just... mouse flying is the stupidest shit ever invented. It really is. Especially, like, I go in third person, I'm still doing the silly mouse view. So let's try to do auto dock. Alright. So now we can just be a passenger in this video game and watch instead of actually operating our craft like a normal person would. So I want to watch this docking alignment system and see what it's supposed to look like. Because, okay, I lined it up with the horizontal plane, and it slowly comes into the center. I had it centered. I had all the lights on. See? Doesn't make any sense to me. It's so silly, man. Let me quickly read some chat. I'm gonna hit the head in a second here, and then so I have to alt tab out of this game to read the chat. Yeah, I would FS, they have free flies. They're going to do another quote-unquote sale, which just means they're selling you more stuff that's overpriced and FOMO'd out. I would wait till that. They usually do a free fly. Which one is better, Aurora, Mustang, Alpha? I don't know. I'd ask Sebastian. He seems like he's played a lot more recently. Yeah, they've been working on the star map forever, and it's like it's one of your main things you need to move around the world, and it's absolutely horrendous. You know, and like Sebastian was saying, they were working on Star Map 2.0 for ages. It's, you know, the soon trademark comes from Star Citizen, how they say soon. Like Chris Roberts said the game was coming out in 2016. He lied. Right, he knew it wasn't coming out in 2016, and if he thought so for real, he's delusional. And then guess what? 2016 goes by. They say, "Oh, it'll be out in 2017." Okay. Then they said 2018, and then they said, "Oh, we don't give dates anymore." And it's now 2023, and they're only working on the Squadron 42, the single player. They're barely working on this. Yeah, I wouldn't bother buying this game right now. I would go ahead and you know, I would wait for the free fly. They do plenty of free flies. Yeah, like the back forth doesn't. Let's find this KSP docking indicator. KSP has real orbital mechanics, and I can dock better in KSP than I can in this game, you know, that has much more simplified mechanics. Let's quickly bring up that docking indicator I was telling you about. So I think this is it, docking port alignment indicator. This thing is fantastic, made by a community member. And so let me see if I can get the actual, I can't play the videos, but this is the docking port alignment indicator. Let me get a quick copy of it, and I can bring it up in Paint and show you, or in Paint.net. All right. Let's see. All right, so this is the docking port alignment indicator, and this thing is fan-frickin-tastic. This thing was made by a community member, and this uses a lot of things that that are used in real life for navigation, and it just works beautifully. So what you want to do is you want to point. So this what you want to do is see this little icon here. Very simple. You want to put this up in the center. That's what you want to do. So you would rotate your ship. That aligns you so that you and the docking port are facing the same way. And this works whether the docking port is on your side, it's on your front, it's on your back. No matter where it is, this docking port alignment indicator always works. So you put that in the center. Okay, so this, you rotate your ship until this is in the center. So very intuitive. You move your ship, you put this in the center of the cross. Done. Beautiful. Next, this is your roll indicator, this thing right here. You roll your ship until this little peg here is right in the middle. And that aligns your roll. So now you are oriented perfectly in all of 2 seconds. You now have your roll fixed and you have all your other attitude fixed. This goes in the center, that goes up, done. This is your trend. This is where you're thrusting. So for example, if I'm thrusting up and to the left, this thing will be up here. If I want to get it down, so if I want to zero my motion, for example, let's say I want to go left. This is in the center. This is up top, aligned. And if I thrust left, this will slide to the left. If I thrust right, to the right. If I go up and to the left, it's up here. So if I need to go up and to the left a little bit, I would go up like that. And so these are your trend lines. So let's say that, so right now, what I would do is I would pitch my nose down, and I'd pitch my nose to the left, and I would get it on this so that I'm aligned properly. I would roll a little bit to the right, and then if I roll to the right, this would come right up in the center, and I would pitch my nose, which is this, right down onto there. So now this thing, let's see if I can copy it here. Let's do any size. So this would be like that, right in the center. All right, that's how you do that. And then this thing would be up there like that. All right, perfect. Now what it's telling me is this green line, it's telling me that I need to come to the right to get aligned with the docking port. Okay, so what you would do is you would thrust to the right. So in this case, I would use my D key, and it would move this orange thing over here, and that would make this line come in. So if the line was way over here, if it was all the way at the extreme, I would do a lot of thrust. I would maybe do 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of thrust. As it starts to come in, I would start to decrease the thrust, so I'd start to thrust back. And so like this, you see this line is nice and close. You notice the line is here and here. So I need to come down and to the right. So what I would do is I would put my orange marker right here. And then as these get closer and closer, I would start to gently move my orange marker up and to the center. And once it's here, bingo, we're docked. Piece of cake, simple. It also tells you the distance, and it tells you the radial in degrees. So it's super, super intuitive. Like, they could have gone into KSP, and they could have contacted this dude who made this and be like, hey, make us a docking port alignment. We'll give you $2,000. You know, and they could have had a better system than this way overpriced game that you know, where they have ships that cost more than $2,000. But like the docking portal the docking thing is insanity on this. How do I get out of my seat? I think it's YY. Is it hold Y? It's hold Y. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick and get a drink. I'll be right back. I'll put you guys in third person so you can marvel at the ship. There we go. Be right back. All right, I am back, so I'm gonna just take a quick look at chat really quick here. Yeah, I think there's a huge disconnect with Chris Roberts. Chris Roberts, I really dislike Chris Roberts. I think he's a charlatan. I think he's a mess. I think, of course, the developers fine. They're the workers. Chris Roberts is a maniac. It's such a mess. Him. It's just like I have, one of the things is, it's funny. People will talk about, Christ, I can't, see, I can't do print screen in this to actually get the, I just took a screenshot, but I can't do the actual thing because this game doesn't interact with Windows well, so it's a pain in the ass too. But like they do a lot of scummy stuff. For example, they're gonna have they're having their big yearly event coming up, but they do what's called ship sales. Now, ship sales do not mean that they're discounted. What it means is they're available. And so, like, you can literally buy ships in this game for like thousands of dollars. This cost me like 200 real dollars. It's now 500 real dollars if you wanted to buy this. And they do some really scummy marketing things. They do FOMO, so fear of missing out. So what they'll do is they'll do artificial scarcity where you can't buy all ships at all times. Certain times of the year you can buy them. And guess what? The price may go up. So if you don't buy now, and then they do other mechanics that get you to buy, they have certain things. Oh, somebody just jumped away. They have a bunch of scummy mechanics they do. They have older ships, right? So there are ships that they announced back in 2012 during the Kickstarter. They announced, like, say, 5 ships. And those, do you think they worked on those ships first? Nope. A lot of those ships have yet to come to the game, but they'll work on new ships so that they get new money from new players. And then one thing they'll do is, they just did it with this latest racer ship, is they will make the new ship the best. And so, if you want the best ship, you need to buy the new ship. And then after the new ship comes out, they nerf it. So they do some really scummy stuff. So, what is this? Suit lockers? What are these? Okay, touchscreen and change clothes. All right, so what I want to do is, let's, I don't want to screw with my helmet. I'm going to try to find cargo. See if we can do it here. I'm not even sure if we can do it here, but we'll play around here for a little bit. So they just do some really disgusting stuff, and like right now what they're doing is they're doing a little tour through China because they've pretty much exhausted, Europe and, the rest of the, Europe, North America for money. Because people have stopped donating. They call it donating when you buy the game, but they've stopped supporting, buying new stuff in the game, so now they're going to other markets to try to sell their nonsense because we've caught on to their bullshit, essentially. And so now they, I won't spend another dollar on this game because they're such a scummy company. And I've been waiting for too long. It's like, dude, if they had sold the game that we have or that we're going to have, a lot of people wouldn't have bought it. If they said, hey, in 20 years you're going to have a game that has half the things that you thought it was going to have, nobody would buy that. So, they sold, for example, they sold me on a simulator. They sold me, which we're not going to have, they sold me on that I'm going to be able to play solo offline. That was a big thing that sold me. I used to do that in, I want Cargo Center. I used to play a lot of Elite Dangerous, and so Elite Dangerous, I did a lot of cargo, and so I could play offline. So, for example, every landing looked like a real person landing. It didn't look like some amateur banging into stuff, which breaks immersion. You also didn't get people running around like that dude was in his hospital gown. And you didn't have people griefing you or trolling you or any of that. So I like that. And that's, of course, Chris Roberts told us we're going to have that. And now they think probably not. So it's like little scummy stuff like that. But we'll try to have fun anyway. All right, rentals. We'll look at the kiosk here. not gonna rent anything, but I'll kind of show you guys what there is so far. I haven't seen a lot of. So you can rent ships in game theoretically. You can. So like say that I know FS isn't gonna buy the game there, but like say you bought a $45 copy of the game, you could theoretically rent a freelancer for, and it's actually reasonable money in game. So theoretically, eventually you're going to be able to do this, but instead of going back and finishing the ships they've already promised that people have already paid for, they are making new ships, which I think is ultimate scum. I think they should, sometimes you have to, like for example, the Hull C was very complex, that the folding mechanism and the ability to have that work, so they had to delay it. I get that, that's fine. But there are other ships that they put on the back burner that were much earlier ships, and they've kind of, they'll come out with a new ship to get new money because they already have your money. You already paid into the game, so they're not going to worry about finishing your thing. They're going to put something new to try to get more money out of it, so that's really scummy. So we could buy some stuff here from mining. We could mine at some point. There are a bunch of ships that I have access to that I didn't buy because, for example, they call them loaner ships. So if your ship isn't ready, they give you a loaner.
We're sorry. You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
That's fine. They're just storing my ship. So I'm just kind of seeing what's going on here. Can I get cargo out of here, Spatio?
Ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
Is Spatio? I don't know how to do the tildes and everything.
Ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
This guy would shut up there for a second. I get it. You're storing my ship. Leave me alone. This is why I don't like talkie games like Starfield, is it's like I couldn't care less what they have to say. A Seb, copy, gotcha. The big one for me is somebody who likes PvP is the ship flight model and the changes they're making to promote World War II style dogfights. Yeah. It's Chris Roberts has this delusion that it's going to be World War II, and it's ruined some ships. For example, the Carrack. The Carrack was kind of sleek looking, and it got really fat. One of the reasons it got fat was the Chris Roberts had to have his. You could tell what scene in Star Wars it's from, which I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. But, it was the one where Luke goes down in the gunner seat and is shooting at them, and I got him, and that was the whole scene he wanted. And so he went ahead and he made it so that a person could walk through the aisles and then go out to the turret instead of making a remotely operated turret with a computer screen. And so I think every turret should be virtual reality goggles. Your character picks up VR goggles, and now your monitor, and you just shoot the gun. That's how it is on the Hull C, essentially. Not VR goggles, but that, And so they do a lot of stuff to make it like World War II that just ruins the game. Yeah, they're arguing in the air show Discord. It's just that's funny. Yeah, that's the thing is like the World War II. It's like, dude, it's a space game. You got to make it space. The reason I keep having pop-ups here is I can't get. Let me try it again. I'll try to get this thing to a proper borderless. It wasn't doing it before. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, see, I'm on borderless, and it's not borderless. That's obnoxious. So it's borderless, but I can't go borderless. So when I try to see chat, I have to tab out. So. Suzuki Bergman 650. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can buy the $1,000 ship only if you manage to buy the limited virtual stock. Yep, yeah. So Seb's talking about they do artificial scarcity where somebody wants to buy a ship that literally costs thousands of real-world dollars. People have spent like $29,000 in this game, some people. And somebody wants to buy this $2,000 ship, like 2,000 real dollars, and they only will sell 100 copies of the ship that won't come out for another 10 years. Like, a lot of these ships will not be here in 10 years. They just won't have them done by then. And so it's just the ultimate scum. It really is. Oh, right now the suit lockers don't do anything. Yeah, I think I remember back then. Okay, Galleria. It could be Galleria. Let me look around. Why is this? So the comms are screwed up. This dude's talking to me. My ship's been stored, and he's talking to me. But, okay, so we have logistics here. I'm just looking around. I haven't been in the game in a while. Like, this is called a T-pose. This is notorious in Star Citizen, is when the servers start getting crap. The NPCs all do this T-pose, and they stand on stuff, and they glitch through stuff. It's absolute, like, this dude's glitched through there. You know, it's just like, this game started in 2012, and this is what we're dealing with right now. Like, this guy, you know, so that's kind of... That's why, like, if people wonder why people are pissed about Star Citizen is, you know, if this was earlier on, you could see that as, like...
Please visit again.
See, like, this guy's in a stuck loop. He's talking bullshit to me. Warehouse processing and container yard.
Forward radar Helio 3 to receiving. Joker Niner Charlie. Forward radar Helio 3 to receiving.
You see how they start standing on shit when the servers start dying. So stuff like that. Not the end of the world, but it's also like, you know, we were sold a game that would be out in 2016. That's why a lot of people are pissed. Is we were sold a game that was supposed to be out in 2016. Then we were told 17, then 18. Then we were told, oh, the ship will be out in a couple months, and then years go by, and so they've kind of lost all goodwill from some of us, you know. Let's go to the Galleria. You know, so that's why some of us are a little bit annoyed with this game, is it's, you know, we have a history, and they're scummy, and they, you know, like, for example, I did a reply video on their trailer for the Hull C. And so when I part of it was they did the same rosy stuff, showing stuff that is currently not in the game, pretending that it's in the game, so that when some poor guy asks his parents for a $500 ship for Christmas, you know, he thinks that's what the game's going to be like, and it's not. And I think it's scummy. Is like, if they were like, hey, this is the way the game is right now, you know, come and enjoy if you want, you know, I think people would be less pissed off, because they'd be like, yep, I saw what the game looked like currently, and I bought anyway, it's on me, you know. Let's see, I'm trying to find where I have to go for cargo. So this is one of the criticisms, too, is like, the cargo...
And please visit again.
See, like, this asshole stuck on a loop, just keeps saying, please visit again. There is a, like...
Warning, you are blocking an active flight bay.
I'm not
Please
blocking
vacate
an
the
active flight
facility.
bay. You said you were storing my ship. Store my ship. See, this is the thing that's annoying, is like, the guy said he's storing my ship, and now he's bitching at me that, because it's bugged out, so... Noodle House, there's no food. There, I think they did add food mechanics. I could buy food. You can see my food and water there on the left, which I'm actually glad. Some people were complaining about that. I'm glad they put in food and water mechanics, because it gives you a reason to have a big ship. Is, okay, I have a fridge stocked with food in my big ship. It kind of, you know, takes care of you, but... You know, and part of it CIG brought in themselves is... Like I said, they should have started in a small microcosm. So, like, for example, let's bring the map up. So, like, let's say this was so this is the whole system. So we have the Stanton Star. This is that's Hurston. We have Crusader. If you click on Hurston, you'll see Hurston has some planets. If you click on Ida has a comm array. That's a comm array that orbits. And then we have a main place here, a main place there. So we have a couple main places we can go. And then if we go to Aberdeen, there are some places on Aberdeen. So what they should have done to start with is start with one planetary, or start with, you know, not even a planetary system, a space station, then go space station moon, space station moon, space station moon, planet, and then make sure everything works in here. So they should have done cargo missions from Hurston, Aberdeen Aerial, you know, all around, and you should be able to play the whole game in this small microcosm, then expand out and add a second system. So now you fly from system to system. So instead of from just flying planet to planet, you now fly system to system. And then add, you know, another one and another one and another one. They did it where they added everything and there was nothing to do. You know, and then so they're building it backwards, essentially, is what they're doing. You know, so like he's telling me I'm clear to launch. As you can see, I'm nowhere near my ship. So he's stuck in a loop. All right, so I'm trying to find this cargo here. I'm gonna have to consult the inner tubes here to figure it out. I wanna do a little bit of cargo here. So let's go. We are currently at our corp, and so Seb, how do you get to, like, I can't see the space
Warning.
station.
You are blocking an active flight lane. Please vacate the vicinity.
Back, okay, upstairs by the elevators. Okay, thanks. Seb's my guide
Initiating
here.
Ship storage procedure.
See, now he's
For your
telling
safety,
me
please
he's
vacate
storing
the
my
area.
ship again, which
Thank
he
you for your
already
cooperation.
supposedly had stored. So, Elroy's. You know, so I think there's just, I think Chris Roberts needs to go. I would love somebody to take over from him. He's like, he is the main problem. You know, okay, up here, let's see. I'm just reading some of Seb's stuff. Back near the elevators, copy. You know, he's a maniac and he needs to go. He's one of the big problems. Like, he just keeps adding stuff. And, you know.
To the extraordinary, ready to
Alright, so here's the elevators, and then looking for the,
highest heights.
sometimes with these, it's not that. Back near the elevators, okay.
Breathtaking views, incredible dining.
I'm just looking around too a little bit, but that's weapon sales. This is clothing. You can buy clothing, which I like that kind of element. You know, it makes you, oh, why go this place? Oh, well, you can go buy something cool at that place. So, you know, that I get, but they just need to flesh the areas out because, like, right now, you can see it takes you a long time to get anything done, and that's fine if there's another reason for me to be here. So, like, I say, oh, I'm gonna go inside, buy some cargo, get some different clothes. If not, like, I shouldn't have to travel all over to be able to get my cargo. That's not good human factors. Seb, do you see it? I'm not seeing the terminals. Maybe it's upstairs here. I don't know. Up here. There it is. Okay. I think it's here. This is money now, and then here. Okay. So these are cool. These are transport missions. So, for example, I could do this on my ship a little bit. Okay, here we go. Commodity shop. Use this. I have yet to fly the Hull A, too. The UI is a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright, Miss Call C. Loading. Okay. I have 4,600, so waste. 25,000 SC units, $2 a unit. Okay. Now, where the hell can I sell them, though? Seb, do you know off the... yeah, Space UPS. Do you know off the top of your head, Seb, where I can sell waste so I know where to go? I don't have a lot of cash. I could buy 10,000 SCU of it. Thanks, Seb. I'd appreciate that. You know, it's hard for me to, like, most games I can tab out and just, like, quickly do a Google search while I'm playing. This one, even on windowed mode, this doesn't want to do it right. It's just being a pain in the ass, so I appreciate Seb for helping me. Let me get rid of display capture, too. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so, like, where, you know, a lot of people were worried about the economy with the advent of Hull C because it holds so much cargo. And again, the whole thing is when you have a large logistics vehicle, the point of it is to haul a lot of low value stuff, you know, and so that's kind of the whole thing of it. I'm just quickly check and see as well where I can sell. See. Oh, that's it, Gallet. I knew there was a site. There's a site that I have. I don't think you can make profit with waste at the moment. Yeah, that's the thing that's annoying. Is like they knew the Hull C was coming out. They should have been ready with having something. That's another criticism a lot of people make is they should have had something ready for that. So I have a website here. I'm going to bring it up and we'll see. Okay, so this is the website I used to use. Bring it up. So this is Galactic Logistics, And I don't know why it looks weird the way it's set up here, but let's go trade. Trade. Okay, select the ship. Um, okay, there we go. It was still loading. Been having Windows issues. The Windows update, I think, is a little wonky. All right, so let's see. Okay. Okay, won't let me search. That's awesome. At least it. I don't. It's not in. How are you not in alphabetical order? That's. Wow. The website. This website's a mess. Okay. See, like it's not in alphabetical order either. So, trying to find the Hull C. Like there are ships, there are things in here that are not in game yet, like Ranger, but I can't find the one yet that's in game. It's like don't put them in there unless they're in game, man. You just make it more work for yourself and us. Okay, here's Hull C right there. Okay, so AUAC is how much money I have, so I have 20,000. Okay, source trade port. I am at Hurston. Am I at Hurston? Where the hell am I? I'm at Bayesian Point right here. Bayesian Point. Okay. I don't really care where I'm going, so can I just not name a port? Let's go to Microtech. Screw it. New Babbage is the. New Babbage is the. I don't know. Let me see. See how this website works. It was a little bit on the slow side here. Oh, did they? Yeah, I'm just reading from Seb. He says data might be outdated since they broke the API people use to scrape trade data. So, okay, can't. Oh yeah, New Babbage is in the ground. Yeah, this website's screwy. So let's see. Oh, come on, man. Let's see. This website's not behaving itself. Let's see if I can find some of these other websites I used to use. All right, start. I want Hurston. Let's see. Is it Hurston? Trying to find Bayesian Point here. We'll go do a different type of mission here in a second if we struggle with this. There's Bayesian Point. ArcCorp is where we are. I keep forgetting. I don't know. Okay, ship. Yeah, there are a couple of these. This website's working better. We're gonna kill the other website. This one's just working better. I can actually operate this one. Does it have the hull in it though? Doesn't really matter. I can. It's just gonna tell me do the calculation for me. All right, so it doesn't have the Hull C in there. That's fine. I'm just gonna do a Freelancer Max. Money, I have 20,000 AUC. Okay, I'm gonna find routes. Okay, so scrap. A unit price from Bayesian Point's $1.36. And then I can sell it at Port Olisar. Port Olisar is gone, isn't it, Seb? I think Port Olisar is gone. Ugh. Yeah. So I need to avoid Port Olisar because I think Port Olisar is gone. Okay. So there's no trades from here. You suck. Let's see. So, Yella, Benson. Wow, dude. What a mess. What a friggin' mess. Might take out the Hull A. The Hull A is the small version of the hull. I could land with cargo for that. It's just frustrating. This is a frustrating experience, this game. I'm telling you. Like, there's no place for me to trade cargo, so it's like, what am I doing here, man? Let's try to get let's do a regular, like, handheld cargo mission. See if I can remember how to do that, even. Alright, so let's do this. Let's try to find a little handheld cargo mission. We'll fly my ship around. Alright, delivery. Because I want to just kind of move around anyway. Alright, let's see. Priority investigation, salvage. So I haven't gotten a salvage at all. So we want delivery. Okay. That's 8. That's 3. Let's do that. Accept offer. Let's see where it is first. Right. I hate these reading things. I don't want to go through it all, but right. Once you get the package, okay, we're going to Lyria, private landing pad, ArcCorp. Okay. Okay. So let's accept this. Alright, so collect packages from Walla. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a mess. I hold out little hope for this not turning into a mess, but we'll see. Alright, so we have that. Let's go ahead and we're just going to take a different ship and we'll fly out there. It needs to have cargo. And you go down to the elevators. Oh, tractor beam. Where was that? Was that where I was at the cargo? Okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the way they did tractor beams. I really hate the magic-y game elements of it, but I understand why they did it. Back in this friggin' Galleria. Okay, I think I have to go to the cargo zone to buy a tractor beam. I'm just gonna do it by hand for now. Let's do it. I might do it by hand. Let me find the friggin' elevator. A standard Star Citizen, like wandering around trying to figure out where the hell you're going. That's pretty standard. Let's go to Cargo Center and buy the tractor beam. Is there a way, Seb, to get rid of those annoying messages that constantly come up? I absolutely hate that. I've always hated that. Because it's like so immersion breaking to me to have that. Alright, so I need, what do I need? Tractor beam, and I need the Pyro multi-tool, okay. Pyro. When's Pyro ever going to come in the game? Pyro's supposed to be the second system that's been supposedly coming out for about 28 years. Alright, do I have them on me now? How do I check my inventory? Alright, there it is right there. Okay. So I think I have them now. Let's get out of here. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody spending money on this game until they've demonstrated that they can actually do something. You know, I wouldn't spend any money on this. Personally, I've never spent any money on this game again, but I wouldn't spend any money on this until they release Squadron 42 and see if the game's going to die or not, because if they screw that up, I think the game's in deep shit, so. Right, we're not going to take the Hull C, we'll take something else.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Oh, they got rid of my other ships. Screw it, we're taking the Hull C.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Alright, docking
to the
port 2. We can land on the planet, and I can throw little containers inside of me. So, what did it say? Hangar 2, I think. 2, I think it said. I never pay attention. Docking port 2. Alright, so let's take a little look at my ship from the exterior. There it is, sitting there. These docking collars are silly too. Why are they so big? They're just insanity how friggin' fat and huge these are. It's like, why is it like... Everything they make oversized, it's like, why is it this big? It's just so silly. It's like, make it a narrow corridor. Like, why is it so friggin' huge? Like, they just overbuild everything. Just silly, man. Alright, let's go into here. Can I actually use these, or does this not work either? Probably doesn't work. Wouldn't surprise me. Like, the other thing I hate is, like when it brings up that thing that says enter seat. Just so unrealistic to me. Just hate it.
How can Miss help you today?
Let's go to Bayesian Point. What happens if I talk to Bayesian Point Cargo? I don't know. Nothing. How do I undock? Can I just undock? How do I undock here? Oh, I left. Screw it. Left the tractor beam behind. Okay, we're powered up. Our engines are on, I think. Yep. How do I undock from this? The UI is pretty unintuitive. I'm already getting annoyed with this game. Like, it's quote-unquote game. See, like, I can't contact them to undock here, so... Like, that enter pilot seat, I don't like. Like, a lot of UI. You know, I like unobtrusive UI. How do I undock from this friggin' thing? Seb, do you know how to undock? Let's see. How does one undock? Interesting. Okay, default key by N.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your
Do
ship
not
to
return
storage.
my ship to storage. The game's bugged out.
Initiating ship storage procedure.
See, now it's storing my
For your
ship.
safety, please vacate the
Piss
area.
off.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Like, I've been...
Initiating ship storage procedure.
This game.
For your safety, please vacate the area.
Yeah, so
Thank you for
this is
your
why I'd say
cooperation.
don't buy this game if you're considering it. Wait another 28 years and when they get it to version 0.2, you know. I'm holding N. I've been holding N. It's not doing anything. I think the game screwed. I think the server's dying because, like, I'm holding N, it's doing nothing. I'm also trying to request stuff here, and it's not doing anything. Like, I can't click on this. This is bugged. That's bugged. I'm holding N. I can't get it to do it. See if I can fold my ship. That will kind of tell me if anything's working. Can't fold my ship either. So, standard Star Citizen, like, nonsense game's been going for 12 years, and it's in a pre-alpha state. Alright, holding N again. See if it does anything. Nope, nothing.
You are clear to launch.
There we go, finally. Holding N. See if it does anything. Come on, let me off of this friggin' rock. What is that thing sitting next to me now? Okay. Come on, hold an N. Yep, it is most certainly Pain Simulator. It's an absolute friggin' mess. This game, I'm telling you. Such a zoo, this game. Tapping N, holding N. I can't get my gear to come out. I'm pressing Alt K to try to get. There we go. Okay, see it just it just bugged and snapped. Oh, this game, man. If you could call it that. What a zoo, man. I might have to rebuy Starfield, man. I need a space game, and they've just completely dropped the ball on this so badly. See, now I've been sent back inside because they were going to despawn my ship. A bunch of dickheads. What a bunch of dickheads. Okay, so see, this is one of the things that pisses people off with the game. Okay, so all right, we're out here. We're in our docking collar, right? Can I respawn my ship that they just despawned on me? No, because I couldn't get their game to work. No. What do I have to do? I have to come back to the elevator. Call the elevator. I have to go back here. I have to go back to the lobby. All right, now we're back here. Now I have to recall my ship again.
Welcome to the
Hey,
ASOP
how are you?
vehicle
Yeah, I
retrieval
like that
system.
ship back you just hid, you dickhead. Let's retrieve my ship.
Your vehicle
Oh,
has been
docking
delivered to
port
the
2.
following
That sounds
location.
familiar. Never been there before. Huh. Are you gonna try to take it out from under me? At least the elevators are faster now. The elevators used to be much slower, which I like that. If there's a reason to go there, it gives you like a real sense of scale and time and a time sink. I like all that, but there has to be a reason to do it. They're putting these mechanics in too early. It's like I should be able to dock at a cargo docking bay and pretty quickly put my cargo on. And then if I want to go inside, let me go inside. It's Chris Roberts friggin' nonsense. Let me in, please. Thanks. Alright.
Hello. How can Miss help you today?
Undock me, Sal. Alright, I'm holding N to undock. Nothing. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go comms. Page and point. Nothing. Oh, fuck. This game is absolutely a zoo. Holding N. Yep. Yep, I've been tapping it, so. There's a tap. There's a short press. Let's try Alt N. Let's do right Alt N. And then let's go options, keybinds, landing mode, LN, toggle. Let's do left Alt N, see if that does anything. I doubt it. See, it's making like a beep noise, but it's not actually doing anything. Let's see if I can fold my ship. No. Nope, can't fold the ship. Well, let's walk around the back eventually, and then I'm gonna just shut this stupid game off. But as you can see, this game is nowhere near. It won't be near in the next 200 years to be ready. Let me in through the door, please. So when the ship is expanded here, come on, come on, come on. You can go through the spindle here. And so this walks through the spindle right in the middle here. So I'm walking that middle tunnel. Then it's gonna bitch at me and tell me it's gonna put my ship away again. Nope, I went the wrong way. Okay. So I might have to get Starfield again. The thing that annoys me with Starfield is I really want to be able to work my ship, and I want to have like I want the ship to be meaningful to use. So this is engineering here. So you see all the sparks? That is because the ships have a damaged state in case you got damaged, and that's all that works. The elevator doesn't work. Elevator does nothing. So you have to go up the staircase. Yeah, the joke everybody has. My grandkids will enjoy Star Citizen. You know, and it's such a mess. Like, stupid stuff that, like, the artist put in here that doesn't make any sense. So, here's your door, right? You have components. This is the silliest thing, too, to have components behind all these. But, like, see how big this component is? How the hell are you getting it through this doorway? You can't. It's too small. Right? So, little things like that, though. Like, they made it, the doorway is too small to get the components out. You know, little stuff like that. Here's an escape hatch for the engineer. Yeah, but as you can see, it's a hot pile of steaming mess at the moment. And I would say nowhere in the near future ever is this game going to get, if it ever does, get to a releasable state. But here, as you can see, we can EVA around our ship here. And then it's going to bitch at me that I took too long to get off the docking port that I was trying to get off of. So you can see you'll be able to put cargo on these grids, theoretically, eventually, maybe 100 years in the future. This is living quarters here. This blast door is supposed to open, but you can't do it. Doesn't work. You know, so this is, it'd be cool if the game would work. You know, I think, again, they're too focused on selling more people more ships instead of making a game that works. You know, because the game's brought in like over $500 million. You know, and this is its state. You know, and I think they could make more money if they made a game that worked. And part of it is, you know, they should have started with 5 ships, made sure they worked, and then work on the mechanics. You know, they should have had a salvage ship. They should have had a cargo ship. They should have had a fighter ship. They should have had a, all-around ship. And then, so each of the bases are covered. And then that's when you expand and do other things. You know, but they're like, oh, we're working on this star system, and this star system because of Chris Roberts' fever dream, Squadron 42. So they never fixed the first star system. You know, so it's gross, man. Yeah, and well, that's like Citrus talk about Stormworks should raise less money and looks 1,000 times better. True. You know, and the thing of it is, we didn't need all this in a game like this. You could have done a lot more basic, and then guess what? In
You are clear to launch.
oh my God, it's gonna let me launch. Okay. There we go. Okay, it let me do it now, randomly. I did all the same stuff I did last time. Okay. Okay, so let me do it now.
Thank you, and please visit again.
This friggin' game. That's why people call it a glorified tech demo. It's like, that's what it acts like most of the time. We'll close up the spindle. See it instantly close. It's supposed to have an animation. What the fuck? I don't know how anyone gets their Star Citizen content monetized because I have to swear so much because it's so frustrating. So like that is supposed to, let's try it again. Alt K to close it. Is it going to close? No. Alt K to close. Are you going to close? There we go. Hey, guy. Eventually. There we go. All right. All right, that's frustration. All right, let's go in there and let's find that point we need to go to. So let's go to the star map. All right, where am I going here? Where's my first mission? Okay, pick up package at Walla. All right, right here. So set route. All right. Spool in the quantum drive. Oh, I have to hold it. We're almost there here, hopefully.
Quantum travel engaged.
We'll see you later there, Sharp.
Quantum travel complete.
All right, let's see. So I'm supposed to be able to, like, let me see if I can go through there here. There we go. You know, sometimes, like, I can't go through the planet, but, like, there's supposed to be orbital markers I'm supposed to go around, so we'll see what happens. See if it auto takes me around now. There we go. So, see, it's going to angle me around, and I'm going to orbit the planet and go to my point.
Engaged.
Theoretically, sometimes it's you used to smash into the planets all the time, so. There we go. Like, what I used to, you know, what I need for one of these space games, like I said, I'm probably going to get Starfield again. You know, the base building interests me. That's something that I want. You know, I could play that. I just think they need to make a flight system that's engaging. You know, and Starfield sucks to me that like you really can't fly your ships. It's this mouse aim bullshit again. You just can't really fly them. All right, so we're only 24 kilometers, so we'll shut off the quantum drive here, and we'll head in. We're going 500 knots, so, or 500 meters per second, so we're going about 1,000 knots. So we'll get there quickly. So I'll try to go in third person here. It's annoying because I have mouse aim on. I can't really have to hold Z and then leave it where it was instead of like actually being able to steer properly. Mouse aim is stupid. Because it leaves the cursor wherever I left it, so mouse aim is just absolutely horrendous. Alright, so we're going to start slowing down here. Now, IRL, you would put your gear down here. A lot of, like, space movies and everything, they want to drop their gear at the last second. You would put your gear down early, because you need to confirm that your gear's down, you need to confirm that you don't have any warnings, all that stuff. So if I had a joystick, I'd actually be able to land this like a proper landing instead of this cartoony landing that I'm gonna end up doing here with mouse aim. Up, up, up. Don't smash the planet. 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 Okay, I caught it in time. Okay. So it's like the ship feels like it has mass, but the issue is it's still, it doesn't feel engaging. Like, they all feel the same, and like I can do really unrealistic things like I showed before, just like pitching the nose down to the ground. And that was like, hover mode was actually engaging, and they took it out because, you know, it wasn't Arcadian easy enough for noobs that didn't know what they're doing.
Landing successful.
You know, and piloting should be a skill. It should take some practice. Like, you know, if you don't invest any time flying, you should suck at flying, you know? Just like in real life, you know? And that's like, you know, how do I have 5,000 hours in Storm Arcs? Well, because it's challenging. And it takes you some time to learn something, and there's a sense of accomplishment when you learn something. If it's super easy to pick up, it's super easy to put down, too, you know? They do a pretty good job of immersion here. Like, the thing that takes me out of immersion is all of this UI, like the package there. When I have to actually go hunt for packages by myself, there's a better sense of immersion. Why am I floating? Okay, the ship's just glitching. But, like, there's a good sense of immersion in this right now, except when you look at, I've got Revival OP at the top. I've got, like, the packages shown on my HUD. That ruins immersion for me. This very gamified stuff. It's one of the things that was bothering me with Starfield was it's like above every enemy there's a health bar. It's like, dude, let me not know if he's dead. That's one of the most engaging things with Escape from Tarkov. How the hell do I get in here? That's one of the most engaging things with Tarkov is that I actually have to, I don't know if I've killed somebody until I, okay. Like this, like, see the highlighted doors? I load that in every game. It's so stupid. Like, just highlighting the doors. It's so silly, man. It's like, I know the door's there. Just let me press F and use the door, you know, instead of that system that they go through here. It's like the other thing that turned me off in Starfield. It's like, just I have something popping in front of my view making me feel like I'm not there anymore. See, like this, it highlights and carry. Just let me go up to it and press F and carry it, man. Don't make me break my immersion every time I want to do something, you know? It just, that sucks. You know, that was like I was arguing with somebody. They're like, oh, you know, Starfield's really emergent. You know, it's really immersive. I'm like, it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like every time I want to do something, I have... a pop-up in front of me. I know how much health my enemy has. They're bullet sponges. I gotta shoot them 900 times to kill them. You know, CIG can make an exterior of a ship. They can do that. Pretty good at that. Scroll up. Okay. Okay, I didn't know if it was because the cargo was too heavy for me. I'm used to Tarkov. If I put too much weight on me, I start walking real slow. So, like, this is what I was saying with, like, see, like, I have to go drop place. You know, like, it's just super immersion breaking. And I know that's, like, a type of gameplay, but it's, like, I really like immersion where it doesn't do that hand-holdy stuff. It kind of takes me out of the game when it does that. Or reminds me that it's a game. Like, I've had periods in Tarkov where my heart is pounding out of my chest because I'm like, I'm that scared of what's going on. And it's because literally the whole screen in Tarkov, there's not one piece of UI. And so it's like there's nothing on my screen. And so I feel like I'm there. And it's like this stuff, every time this happens, I'm like, okay, that's not me. I'm behind the screen playing a game. You know, so it's really like that sort of thing really ruins the immersion for me. See, well, what's my ship doing? See the ass of the ship's up? I didn't shut the engines off. That's probably why. Okay, it's just glitched. Never mind, it's just glitched. You know, like, what what I would do instead of that UI, like the place drop, is like let me press F, and then have it like have me some assholes here just to shoot at me. Is it a troll or is it?
Can you believe today is the day you die?
No, it's a Can I punch this guy? Where's my guns? Do I have guns? I don't think I have guns. I didn't bring any guns with me, so. He's AI, so unfortunately I didn't bring any guns with me. He's gonna kill me, probably. Come on, run. Serpentine. 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 Serpentine motion. Come on, hit it. Serpentine, serpentine. I'm gonna shoot this dude from orbit here. Again, like I was saying, this area here, this hallway, and this middle hallway should all be cargo. I should be able to put cargo in there. I'm dead. Fuck you. Yep. 0 for fists. Okay. Yep. So that is Star Citizen, people. I just wanted to get up in there and ship and shoot them. Frustration simulator. Like, the concept's cool, but they bit off way, way more than they could chew, man. And it ruins it. You know, it's like, you know, they call the people like me Care Bears who just want to do like cargo and industrial gameplay. And like I'm just going to hold backspace and die. You know, but we were sold on that. That's what a lot of people don't understand is we were sold that we could play solo, we could play peaceful if we wanted, because people said, hey, I'm interested in this game, but I want to do cargo runs. I want to be left alone. I don't want some troll shooting at me. I don't want X, Y, or Z. And they said, oh, yeah, you can have that. And then, of course, they're not doing that. Yep, money, very much. See, like, now, where the hell am I now? Okay, respawning. But, you know, CIG is just a mess. It's why I laugh when people will say that, when they say that Stormarks is a cash grab. It's like, dude, the whole game costs less than, like, FS was just going to try to buy this game. It costs less than just buying the base thing in this game, let alone any of the ships. And you can play, you know, like, I have literally had no game-breaking bugs in Stormarks that were not of my own error. You know, like, there are a bunch of people on Reddit today, they're like, oh, there's this bug and this bug. I'm like, they're not bugs, it's you didn't design something correctly. You know, and so it's kind of on you. It's like, this game it's like, oh my god, what's the game doing? Like, you could argue, you know, I should have brought guns with me, but I thought I was doing a peaceful, I want to do a peaceful cargo mission. That's what I want to go do right now. Alright, let's see. Alright, we need to go somewhere here. You know, I think it's cool that you can go bring guns and shoot at people. That's awesome, but it's also, I don't always want to do that. I want to do other things. So it's like, let me do other things that I want to do. All right, let's go to, where can I buy guns here? I need to buy a gun. I'm going to go shoot at that dude from orbit. Is this the, that's a bar. I'm trying to find the gun store. Get out of my way. Get me out of here. I want to buy a gun, and I want to buy a med pen. If I had a med pen, I could have probably saved myself. Retail bridges, okay, to the left. One thing I do like is a lot of games always like have a map marker that shows you where to go. This game, you have to look at signs. I do like that. That is something. Is Dumpers Depot is parts. I do like that. That's something that I think they did right. But look at my screen. I have that UI on there. I have this UI all floating around my screen. It's like, let me get immersed. Let me feel like I'm there for a change, you know? And I'm happy if that's an option, but again, the game's too early to have that as really an option. You know, it's like I should be able to strip the UI to almost nothing. And that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to actually in Starfield is when the modding community gets in there, a lot of those things are going to be fixed because the modding community is like, oh, you hate it when you can see how much health your enemy has? Okay, we remove that. That's going to be cool. Okay, let's find a gun here. I don't want a bunch of armor on me. Bye. Alright, so is it on me now, Seb, or is it not? Because I don't know if I actually have what I just bought or not. So I'm going to buy some, it's mining attachment, that is cutter attachment. I want the floaty bullshit attachment. How do I get the floaty bullshit attachment here? Let's do. So, quick buy the bullshitty thing, okay. So, how are they on me? Do I have an inventory? What's the deal here? What's that? I don't know any of this. Okay, here it is. Seb, if you're still there, can you help me with try to figure out how to make this stupid inventory work? Okay, I pressed I. I'll press it again. Okay, there we go. All right. That would be too easy to actually drag it on me and make it work, huh? There we go. I'll keep the helmet off for now. I want my... So I did have guns on me, apparently. Because that's necessary for me to put it on the spot. I need to buy ammo for that stupidity, too. Okay, so this means I have it, right? So, okay. There we go, that's attached now, okay. This up my Jaxie. What's that? Okay, so I need ammo for this thing. What's this stupid gun on my back used for ammo? Let's see. Okay, the class ballistic. Does it say what kind of ammo I need? Buy it from this jackass. Buy ammo. Ballistic. Alright, choose category. Armor units. Personal weapons. Okay. So is this the one I get? The SMG, the P8 SMG. Let me look, see what I have on me. So that is the P4. Okay. All right, there's the P4 at night. Okay, here it is, right here. Quick buy. I need 4 mags to kill this dude. We're going to be in trouble here. I'm going to try to shoot him from the air anyway. Alright, and then can I just reload straight from my gun? Yes. Yes, Star Citizen really is aggravating to me, and it's mostly like the lying that annoys me. I don't like to be lied to. Like, listen, there are so many games that are like, hey man, we really tried to do this and we just couldn't get it to work. I was very refreshed when the Stormworks devs said the other day, or said when Space DLC came out, they said, or when they announced Space DLC, they said, you know, we tried sailing and we were just not happy with the results. That speaks volumes to me. You know, they took one, they confirmed to us that they tried it, and then, you know, they confirmed to us that they tried it and they just couldn't get it to work. Okay, it sucks, yeah, but guess what? It was honest and it was upfront and they told us what was going on. That's what I like. Star Citizen, Chris Roberts sat there in 2016 and lied to us and said the game was still coming out in 2016, and there's no way in hell that it was coming out in 2016, and they lied right to our face to get money out of us, which is scum, scum, scum. And so it's like, you know, and, you know, I'm still here. Hey, listen, if you want to play, go play. If you think it's value for money, go play it. I'm not out there, like, saying, hey, never buy this game. It's like, you know, I tell people, hey, you know, make sure you really do your research before you buy this. And I wouldn't personally buy any more than your, you know, the base model at most. How many cylinders do I have in my snowmobile? I have 4 cylinders, and it's about just under 80. It's like 70-something miles an hour.
Keep conversations and mobiglass to a reasonable height, and share space with other travelers.
You know, and one of the things that's kind of, you know, got me frustrated with this game is part of it is I literally spent like 30 minutes before I streamed just trying to get my joystick configured, and I couldn't get it to do it. Like, here, I'll show you. So, like, I have good keybinds, advanced controls, customization. My joystick is plugged in. I already calibrated it on Windows, so Windows is reading it. I go here, I go to flight movement, and I want to do the pitch axis. Okay, double click on pitch axis. Now I'm pitching my joystick, nothing. Pitching my joystick, nothing. Not doing anything. And then after a little while there, it wouldn't let me double tap it anymore. So now I want to go to yaw, double tap that, and I'm yawing my joystick. Nothing's happening. Not doing anything. Okay, we'll go to profiles. We'll go to okay, stop. Just stop doing what you're doing. Okay, no. All right, then we'll go to control profiles. We'll pick the, where is it? I just saw it. Thrustmaster, T-Flight HOTAS X. We'll load it. All right, flight movement. Pitch, nothing. So like that kind of sets me off that I can't even get the game to like accept my joystick binds.
Now arriving.
Let alone anything else, you know. And so I have to fly with mouse, which it's frustrating to me. Yeah, so that's why this game kind of annoys me, and I find it frustrating. It's little stuff like that, you know, it shouldn't be that miserable, and it is. All right, so we're going to try to grab another ship, and we're going to try to go back and get the Hull C. I should have tried out the Hull A while I still had it. I wanted to look at it, but we should be able to buy it with money at some point, theoretically, if we can ever make any money in this game.
Hello, and welcome to Riker.
Seb, are you there? Do you know if I can go with... you know what, we'll take...
Metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final
oh, I still have a Corsair? Interesting. I'll have to play with the Corsair. I've yet to play with the Corsair. Can the Merlin... Can I jump there with the Merlin, do you know? I'll just take the Pisces. I know that'll work, so... Okay.
Your vehicle
Hangar
has
2,
been delivered
okay.
to the Please visit us.
So we'll take the Pisces there. I know the Pisces will go. Actually, Pisces is one of my favorite ships.
Our corp is proud to bring the universe
The fun little
closer
ship.
together. Our
Yeah, I
corp,
called the elevator. You
investing
coming?
in tomorrow's future.
Come on, come on. Call it again. Elevators are notorious for killing you in Star Citizen. That's why I get a little bit antsy when I have to interact with an elevator. Because they'll kill you, and it's like you see how long it took me to get from base to go buy stuff to now come to try to get on a ship to get out of here to go to the other one. So It can be it's a big time sink when you die, essentially. Okay. All right, so here's my Pisces. I actually really like the Pisces. The Pisces is a really cool ship. Open, please. Just open it. Don't make me have to click on you 5 times. But this is a really cool ship. I like this ship. Let me sit in the seat. I pressed F. Let me sit in the seat, please. Come on, come on, come on. Like, it's just has really bad reg on some of that stuff, too. It's obnoxious. Okay, let's see. Some of the buttons work, some don't, so I have to kind of find what I'm doing. Okay.
Enfield Aerospace. All systems online.
I'm clicking on menu, nothing's working, that's fine. Let's do this. See, like I'm clicking on that, it's not reading my, it's not registering my comms again. See, like I'm pressing on that, not registering my comms, so. There we go. Got it now.
Clear to launch.
Alright, let's look up. So you can actually see this door open now. That, oh, it's a front door, okay.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear ready.
So trying to go back and find my Hull C, and we'll just
Thank you.
leave this here.
Please visit again.
Okay. Alright, pickup package here is where we're going to Walla again. I'm gonna go here. Right here. Okay. Set the route. Spool in the drive.
Floating drive is now on.
Oh, yeah, I don't have space for pivots. I might, but it's unlikely. Let's see. Alright, so I have guns on this ship. I'm gonna find that dude. I'm gonna shoot him right in the face with the guns. If not, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna shoot him with my rifle. If my Hull C isn't there, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Quantum drive is now off.
You know, it's a little silly mistakes that they still haven't corrected in this game. Like, for example, I talk about trading, and you can see the bugs like really bad already. And so, for example, if you know your game is going to essentially destroy somebody's progress because they're bugged, you know, that's fine. But what you have to do is you have to say, okay, well, we're going to make it so it's not as painful. And they could easily do this by doing hauling missions where they say, okay, you no longer pay, you know, you don't have to pay for your cargo, we'll just pay for your time. And so it's very easy if something happened, the game crashed, yeah, you lost an hour of your time, but you didn't lose any money. And so it doesn't feel like you really, you know, lost a ton of your time. It's not frustrating. It's like if something happens in Storm Arcs and you know, like say I got a container somewhere and the package expired, it's not a big deal. You know, because I didn't pay for the container. If I had to pay for the container and then it expired, that would be friggin' frustrating, man. Alright,
Bogey. Landing gear
oh Christ.
deployed.
Probably some pirate asshole that's up there. There's a big pirating community that's quite frustrating to those of us who don't... Oh, I'm gonna hit the ground. Don't hit the ground, don't hit the ground, don't hit the ground. There's a big pirating community that just likes to troll people, and I get it, that's part of what they were sold on, but it's like, you know, I just want to play my game, man, and we, you know, some of us were sold on, we would have a simulator where we could just play by ourselves, And so I was like, hey, cool, I'll buy that game because I can play by myself. I don't have to worry about some 10-year-old kid shooting at me all day long, you know, and harassing me. And we just don't have that game right now, you know, because they haven't put in the mechanics that would say my ship disappeared. So my ship's gone. Some asshole just shot me. Yeah, this is why I don't play this game. Yeah, we're stranded here now again. What is that? Look at that. What is that? Look at that shit. Isn't that friggin' hilarious? You know, so you'll get these pirate scum that will just like, they'll go and they'll camp these areas that, how do I bring up my gun? How do you bring out your gun? Back to keybinds. Holster weapon, where is that? I get killed trying to do this. Exit C tab. Let's see. Seb, do you know how to pull up my gun? Yeah, I didn't figure out how to pull up my gun. It's just like I have to go through this whole list every time. I'm trying to just do it quickly. 1 or 2, okay. I'm dead. Fuck. What a stupid game this is. Alright, I'm gonna stop playing this. As you can see, this is just ultra stupid. I think I hit my ship, but it wasn't really there. I think that's how I crashed. But, like, you saw there was a bogey. Oh, I had no helmet on? Okay. Fucking awesome. Yeah, I forgot to put the helmet on. Stupid. Whatever, that's my fault, but it's like, where's my ship? My ship's gone. You know? So it's just like, why am I playing this? That's kind of the problem with this. Is it's just like, yes, I've made mistakes. Like, I forgot to put my helmet on. But it was also like, I got there and my ship's gone. Where the hell's my ship? You know? Yeah, this is obnoxious. I want to do cargo, man, but there's like... There's no cargo to be done with this new cargo ship I just got. Open the... Like, I can't open the door. A very frustrating experience, this game. Yeah, so see, like, it spawns you in the middle of the city. So, again, what do I have to do? I have to wander around. I have to find my way back to the tram. I have to take the tram back to... I still, like, I have to find my way out of this fucking place. Where's the elevator? Is this the elevator? Like, I'm not doing this for very much longer, but it's too much of a misery experience. But you can kind of see the state of this game, so, you know, I don't play that game where I tell people, oh, you know, don't get that game, it sucks. I say, this is what the game's like. If that's for you, get it. If it's not for you, don't get it. You know, so, yep, definitely my fault. I didn't put I didn't put a helmet on, but, you know, my ship was gone, so I was distracted. I was like, the whole sea was gone, man. So, like, say, watch how long it takes me to get back. Okay, there's the exit. Fine, I found it. Okay. Okay, so now where do I have to go? Do I go buy all that shit again? Probably not. Okay. We're trying to find my way out of here. I think it's over there. Yeah, it's over there. It's right here. Yeah, so now we have to go. We have to get on a tram again. This is, they make fun of Star Citizen for being like a tram simulator. Because, okay, here we go. Spaceport, tram, okay, we're on our way, we're running there. God forbid you miss the tram. You have to wait. Here's the tram. They're closing the doors in my face there. Luckily, I made it on. Got this jabroni in here with us. Probably gonna go harass somebody. Yeah, I had no helmet on. That was definitely my fault. But, like, you know, it said there was a bogey, so I was already friggin' like, I'm gonna die to some random idiot here, and then I don't know what happened to my whole seat. It was gone. If you looked, it was glitched because the packages were still up at the level where it'd be if it was on the ship. I think I rammed into my ship by accident. and it was just invisible. You know, so like invisible ship. You know, the game's brought in $600 million, and it's been going on for since 2012, so 11 years, and this is what how far, you know, they've gotten. I think this guy's talking to me. I don't know what voice.
Anyway, well, have a good one.
Now arriving.
He's trying to talk to me. I'm kind of ignoring him.
Have fun.
I will. You know, so all this time to like go try to do something, that is a big criticism of the game. Is I have no problem with that later in game where it's more fleshed out. So there's a reason to go back to this, you know, this base. But they just made it like everything's so onerous time-wise in a game that is not bug-free. It's not finished, so you end up running around all day, and then you've wasted another 20 minutes, and you feel like, you know, I just wasted all this time.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Right, so see, this is a claim because that's destroyed. This is claim, that got destroyed, so I gotta claim these. File a claim.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
And guess what? I get to wait for 45 minutes if I want to play with that ship again. Isn't that awesome?
Please
So it's
visit
like,
us
I get that, again, when the
Goodbye.
game is
Welcome
quote-unquote done in
to the
400
ASOC
years,
vehicle retrieval system.
I get that, but like right now,
Your
it's,
insurance claim has been sent.
so like this one's not too bad. This one is going to be here in 3 minutes and 17, or I could get it in a minute if I pay some money.
To the ASOC vehicle
But you can see
retrieval
how that would be
system.
frustrating, you know?
It takes all of us working together to keep ArcCorp safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every time.
Do you know if the Merlin has a jump drive on it?
Welcome to the
I don't think
ASOC
it does.
vehicle retrieval system.
Arrow does. Let's take the arrow.
How are you all doing?
Is he talking to me again?
Thank you for visiting ArcCorp. Stand
All right, we're gonna take my
Vehicle has been
fighter,
delivered to-
and we're gonna fly up to the space station because, like, one thing of what a lot of people do, the first thing they do is they go up and they set their spawn point at the space station, so they don't have to do this 900 times, like run across the city. And it's a pain point that the developers know that. Yeah, I know the arrow does. Yeah, it's a pain point the developers know. People have made it well clear that we don't like how long. See, look at this. See all the parts that are just hanging off the top there. What the fuck is that about? I think I have to enter from the other side. So this is a cool ship. I like this ship. I forget how to get in this friggin' ship. There we go. Here's flight ready.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to. How do you log out SIP so it remembers where your base is? Because I want to make my base Bajan Point, so I want to fly up there. That way, it's not as much of a running simulator when I die inevitably 458,000 times.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
So there's the arrow. I like the arrow. The arrow's a cool fighter. Good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so do I have to go to the hotel, the Hab, and then do it there? And I haven't been able to find Bajan Point. Where is Bajan? So how do I find that on the map? Because I can't, I don't, actually I don't think I need to find on the map. It should be on the map, but it's not on the map, so. I'll spool the drive, and I'll see if I can find it visually, manually rather. So that's outer marker 6. Where is the area 817? Okay, where is Bajan? Let's just go to one of the outer markers. There it is right there, Bajan Point. Okay.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
We have to be careful here. It's dark, so we're on the dark side, so I can't really see it. I don't want to run into it. Alright, so I just called them and they didn't answer me. Or they didn't, I couldn't hear it because it glitched out. There. Alright, so that's broken. That's broken. Okay, so right there, so it's the audio is broken, which that's been broken since I last played years ago. That's awesome. That's really good progress there, guys. I think that's my landing zone right there. I can't see shit though. Is my hangar? I can't tell, man. Nope. I think that green spot is where I need to go, but there it is. Yep. Okay. There we go. Much better with flyer with a joystick. This is crap with the mouse, but I still like to show you. I couldn't figure it out. So don't hit stuff. Don't hit stuff, you asshole. Flying with a mouse,
Weapon system
jackass.
destroyed.
Yeah, I don't care. I ain't like a jackass here. Normally I fly well, but it's this friggin' mouse I always hate.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. How do I get out of here? Y. I think hold Y. It's single seater. Okay, all the openings are on the inside. Copy. Yeah, close that up before I suffocate again. I have no helmet on. I just want to set my save point up here, so I don't have to do this 900 more times. Elevator, elevator. Like, I'm actually a fan of time sinks, but the game needs to be done enough where it makes you want to go do the time sink. Like, you know, there's activities in there, there's missions in there. It gives you a reason to go into the base instead of right now where it's just like do nothing simulator. Where the hell are we going here? Hot dogs. I'm good with a hot dog, dude. I need to find a place to go rest here. You see the NPCs are doing well here. They're having a little party on the stand on the tables. Excuse me, sir. Security checkpoints? No, no, no. Straight ahead, maybe. Yep. I don't know where the hell I'm going here. Interstation transit. Okay, there we go. Here's the HABs. I'm gonna go to the HAB and try to log out and at least save my spot here. Can I talk to this useless woman? Excuse me, useless woman. How do I set this as my location? Go to the hospital. Okay, I got you. Go to the hospital. Request a room in this broad. Hey, you. Yeah, see, it's glitched. I don't get any audio off this, broad. Alright, I'll do it myself. It's alright, lady, I'll do it myself. Hey, what's up? What's up? Please proceed to room 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Locked. Open, open. She can say that I'm a sick man. Alright, go to the room, lay down the bed, select regen. Okay. Okay, regeneration. Okay, primary residence facility. Kellogg's. Okay, transfer imprint. Okay, good. So now this is my reset location, so that'll hopefully take care of me there. So now I don't have to go. So now I'll spawn here, and I can run and walk much of a shorter distance than before. So now I can just walk over here instead of like freaking traveling for 90 years, which, you know, I like that element, but they need to flesh out more of the game first. They can't do it so early, man. Thank you, Seb, for the help. Excuse me, I'm walking here. All right.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
All right, so the Hull C is, so, you know, I'd have to wait 34 minutes for a ship to come back. Yeah, it was my fault. I went up against an enemy, which I didn't think would be there. You know, and they very much... There are a lot of us who like industrial gameplay. All I want to do in this game is I want to take a box from A to B. May I want to go fight some enemies? Yes. But they do a lot of these missions where it's like... I probably should have read some of it. Probably said this is a dangerous mission. There are dangerous missions that are not dangerous missions. But it's also like... You know, they're very much ignoring those of us who want peaceful industrial gameplay. In favor of people who want shooty, pirate, and so that kind of sucks, you know. Let's quickly check something here. Let's check our Moby Glass. But I'll get back into this a little bit. I'll start to learn what the Christ is going on with this, and, you know, they've done a lot of, not necessarily good stuff, but new stuff. Let's look at contracts. Like, I don't want to race, no interest in that. Contraband, not interested. Investigation, these can be interesting sometimes. Salvage is new, I haven't touched that. Maintenance is interesting. Okay, so this one is the bio waste. Bounty hunter, mercenary search. Delivery is what interests me the most, you know. And then I still have this one going on. Still have to collect the last package. But, like, I don't want to go back there if there's just, like, literally, you'll have pirates, which are just other players who just like to harass people. And they'll sit there and just wait until somebody comes in and then shoot at you. It's like, yay! And there's no real, it's not like they get a bunch of XP or they get a bunch of good stuff. It's just like they're just doing it because they're bored. And it's like, that's why I like having a single player options, because it's like, I don't want to be your entertainment. I want to have my own entertainment. You know, there are probably plenty of people who love to go fight, who would love to fight you. Go stick them together. You know, and eventually they say that'll be in the game. For example, like, you know, the next system's Pyro. Let's say that Stanton is a secure system and Pyro is a lawless system. It would essentially be like, you go in the lawless system, yeah, you expect to have to shoot your way out of things, and you expect it to be a pain in the ass. I'm trying to find the stores. You expect it to kind of be a pain in the ass, where you go to the safe system, you expect the safe system to be safe. Oh my god, I'm lost again. Where am I going here? Galleria, there we go, okay. You know, so that's eventually coming to the game, and this is what annoys me with the way they did the game was, again, they should have known right off the bat, this game is going to take them 450 years to make, And so what they should have done is this. They should have gone in and they say, okay, eventually you're going to have an entire system that is a friendly system where there's a lot of security and it's very hard to do piracy. Like, as soon as you shoot at somebody, security instantly shows up and blows you away. And so that's the system I'd want to stay in. I just want to do peaceful cargo throughout the safe system. And what they could have done is they could have said, okay, ArcCorp is peaceful, Crusader is somewhat peaceful, and Microtech is the Wild West. And so, you know, okay, if you want to go be Wild West, you go up there. You want to be medium, go there. You want to be real safe, you stay here. And, like, if you're a pirate and you come in here, the military instantly blows you out of the sky. Here, like, people have to request for security to come, and so they might have to fight you for a little while, then security shows up. That's how Elite used to do it. And then here is the Wild West. Like, you can yell, but nobody's going to hear you. And that's kind of, I think, the way it would have been better if they did it that way. But instead, they're like, oh, well, we have like 200 systems planned that will take us 450 years, you know. And, like, people have looked at how long it would really take them to do this stuff if they, you know, at their current rate of getting stuff done. It would take them literally hundreds of years to get any of this shit done. So that's why some was a little sour at this game. Alright, so I'm looking, I need a suit. Let me see, do I have a suit on me? I probably do. No, I have this on me, okay. Can I put a multi-tool on me while I'm not wearing any clothes? I can put it in my hand. Okay. So let's go try to get some new gear here. A dead end that doesn't go anywhere. Okay, glad that's there. Food court. I'm looking for a store where I can buy some cloth. I need a suit. I need weapons. Okay, Galleria. That's okay, good. Yeah, so my new respawn's set there, so it's gonna be a lot easier to get around, hopefully. Yeah, I used to play this, not a lot, but a little bit, and so, like, I knew a lot of the stuff, but it's like, I haven't been following too closely because it's like, why? You know, and then every time they try to say, oh, this is coming, you know, again, I've been at this for too long. You know, I've heard that this was right around the corner so many times, I don't believe it anymore. So it's like, it's hard to get excited about. Like, that's my favorite ship. I should have been hyped to, like, get in it the first time, but I'm just disappointed. You know? That's sad. So can I buy nothing here? I don't think I can buy anything here, right? Seb, can I buy anything here, or is this absolutely just a useless place for me to be right now? Yep, back around here, useless place.
From breathtaking views, incredible dining, to unmatched shopping, Crusader is...
Okay, armor, no guns. Let's see if I can do a little bit of a trade mission here. Alright, let's see. Select location. Anvil, Pisces. Okay. So, processed food. So let's bring up... I'm going to bring up one of the... Again, the game's supposed to be in windowed mode, but it's not. So that's awesome. Let's see if I can bring in the... one of the old trading websites. See if I can actually get it to work. All right, so we're at Bajan Point. Destination, I don't know. I have a Pisces. All right. There's Pisces. 4 units. Money is like 14 grand. Find routes. So there's nothing I can trade here. Awesome. So, like, that's the sort of thing that's obnoxious, is like, can't trade anything here. So I can take Laranite from Walla, which is where I got my ass kicked last time, to Grim Hex, which is not a place I want to be going. So that's not happening. See if there's another better trading site at this point. I don't think the search function's working on this website. All right, so I'm gonna skip that for now. There's Hurston. I'm at ArcCorp. Okay. ArcCorp, I just passed it there. Is this site that old that it just like it doesn't have it? Port Olisar. I don't know, man. Struggling to figure out how to read this site. There's Beijing Point. Okay. Okay. Here, Beijing Point. Yeah, see, it's not updating either. I don't know what's up with this website. I think Seb was saying there were issues with it. Okay. Beijing Point to, let's see, try to do it in this website. Not really anything at Beijing Point's part of the issue. Let's do Walla. I need to go there anyways. Let's just take this ship and go try to bang our heads against the wall and do this, but I need to buy a suit. So, need to buy a suit or else I'm going to end up suffocating again. Yeah, naked man wandering around. Where the hell do I buy clothes in this place? Except you don't know where I can buy clothes in this place, do you? To save my wandering.
Visit Orison, the city in the clouds.
Let's beat that guy and steal his food. Or his clothes. I'm looking for clothing. There's a Galleria just with food that I don't care about. I just want clothes, man. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of this place is what I need to do. Where would you say is the best place to trade, do you know? Because I'll set my base point there. Oh my god, I'm lost again. This game. Yeah. I was really hoping that Starfield would scratch the itch that this game was supposed to scratch, so that I could put this game in the rear view and never look back. But unfortunately, like I need to be able to fly my ship, and that game wasn't going to let me fly my ship. So we're gonna move to a different base here, and I'm gonna try to get some. I need to get somewhere where I can buy all the equipment I need to just be able to live here. Okay. Hangar 3, all right. All right, so I can't, I need to go to a place that I can get out because I don't have any clothes on. So I could go in the hangar, but I need to. Okay, Orison and Crusader. I'll see ya. Yeah, one of the things the Star Citizen devs do is they yap a lot about what's, like they have, daily shows or weekly, many shows a week, and it's mostly just crap. Like they just you know, kind of stringing everybody along because they do updates, but it's like, you know, like not much has really changed all that much. Flight ready. I know there's a flight ready quick key. I really like using the in keys here though. There we go, flight ready. I will head somewhere, hopefully where I can be a little bit more useful here. Let's go to Hurston. Okay. Is that Hurston there? I don't know. Where the hell's Hurston? There it is. Is that it? No. Okay, I need to aim at the right one. How? I just set that as my base where I'm going. It's like the UI is really not helpful here. That there? Did I set the route? Let's check it. Okay. Set route. So the route to Hurston is set. So I need to go Ohm to Hurston. Okay. Ohm to Hurston. Okay. So why is it not showing outer marker 2? I'm looking all around the planet for outer marker 2 and I can't find it. Let's just go here and then we'll go there. If I don't aim at the right point, I'm never going to be able to calibrate. So there it is right there. There's instructed. So I need to fly up more. Okay. Started enjoying it more when I can actually use my joystick. Yeah, quantum drive is really bad. It's just not like nothing's intuitive and is not set up well. You know, they could have asked some people who know how to do navigation stuff how to set their shit up, but they just didn't.
Gear raised.
That's it right there, okay.
Quantum drive is now on.
You know, for the last couple, it's been at least a year, they've been pretty much neglecting the persistent universe, which is this part of the game, for their silly single, you know, the silly story part of the game, which is a separate game. They're building 2 games and they're not producing really any of them. You know? Yeah, the spaceports are really, it's just so ugly to navigate around the inside of them. Like I was saying, I don't like having like that, you know, the marker that shows you where to go, but it's like, come on, man, a little bit of help. You know, like, show, you know, let me have a map, have a consistent map at the elevator showing where everything is on that station. You know, as soon as you come out of the elevator, there's a map, it's interactive, it shows you, okay, you want to go take a right, take a left, it's right here. You know, that's how you would do it in a mall, right? They have a big map there. You enter the mall, there's a map. You look at the map, okay, I want to go to the shoe store, there it is. Okay, I need to go upstairs, all the way down the hall on the right. Bingo, done. You know. No, it's gonna give me this space bug again. I might have to rebuy Starfield. The problem is the flying is just so bad. There's like, so your ship, like you can fly in orbit, you can't fly up and down from the planets. Which, you know, in this game they make it pretty miserable as it is, but it's still like, I can go down and land on any spot on the planet, which is big to me. It's like, gives me that freedom to do it. You know, your ship is just an afterthought in Starfield, which kind of sucks, you know. But the ships are the forethought of this game, and this game's an absolute mess, so it's kind of tough. Oh, you built a winch system, Oceanic? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have a big issue with the physics of Star Citizen ships. Like, I think hover mode was good. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of imagination, but you couldn't take a big ship and just point the nose right at a planet and have it work. And that's the way it is now in hover mode. Like, it was kind of like a helicopter. If you pitch your nose down, because your thrusters are now angled both down and behind you, and push you forward. And ships started to feel like they had some mass. And so like a big ship felt like a big ship. A small ship felt like a small, nimble ship. And I think that's really missing in Star Citizens. When it's like when people are like, oh, well, you know, Squadron 42 should be right around the corner. It's like, dude, they don't even have the flight mechanics worked on. How are they going to release the single-player game, which is supposed to like have engaging flight mechanics, you know, if they're not even done, if they don't even have that done, you know? Yeah, exactly. And so much of a space game to me is ships. Like, that's what I care about, man. Like, there are some other things that I think Starfield has which might make me go back. I was watching a Nooblitz video today, and he was showing how to build the outposts. I think that's a super cool idea, is you owning a piece of land on a moon somewhere, and you get to build your own hab. That is awesome to me. That part alone would bring me back to that game. You know, so I kind of want to watch some more tutorials and some more reviews of Starfield. Like, I only played for like 1.7 hours, and part of it was, you know, I tried returning a game to Steam that it was over 2 weeks, but I had like 15 minutes played, and they were like, no. And so I was like, screw it. You know, I'm not gonna spend $70 on Starfield and then only play, you know, 5 hours and then not be able to return it. So I'm like, I'll return it, and if I want to get it again, I'll get it again. You know. All right, so that's Hendrix. So I'm looking for the orbital station.
Quantum drive is now off.
Stanton, Crusader. All right, so most of these have a Lagrange point station. So let's go ahead and we'll look at the miserable star map that's been the same for the last 5 years, that at least, that just sucks, something awful. And so, like, I have no clue where that station is. Here it is, right here. Okay, Hendrix, I think. Is this it? Okay. It's so hard to navigate around the star map. It's absolutely friggin' brutal. What is that? So here's where we are. We're here. Pinewood, Hurst, and Hendrix. Stanhope. I'm looking for the orbital station. So, see, like, now I can't even see the planet. I just saw it too. It's Everest. There it is, right there. I have to like get right to the right point there. That's it, right here. Everest is where I want to go. Everest Harbor, I think. Yep, that's it right there. See how like counterintuitive and just terrible this whole nav system is? Okay, where is it? I just had it. So we need to go to outer marker 4, which is the orbital marker. Orbital marker 4. They're just like little points off the planet, so you don't hit the planet, you go around it. So.
Quantum drive is now off.
And then this is Everest Harbor, which is the It's the space station around this. Because I don't want to be on the planet. You see how long it takes to move around the planet?
Quantum drive.
It's just like, it takes forever, so I'm going to try to get, yeah, get closer before I can call them. Yeah, check a keybind here. Alright, I'm looking for gimbal mode. G, okay. Alright, let's try to call them and get a landing spot. There it is, okay. Nope, that's not it. There it is right there, okay. Is that our landing spot there? Yep, there it is, okay. Poked in the eye by that sucker. On the other side, I think. Yeah, it's on the other side. Okay. Yep, it's right here. Okay. So it's a vertical hangar. They had a, so like if you've ever played Elite, Elite had a pretty intuitive, good landing mechanics. You didn't have to fly in these like an idiot. You could actually use the docking system to actually reasonable effect and look, you know, like you weren't a complete amateur doing it. You know, and you could land right in the middle of the pad every time, but they took that out in Star Citizen and they haven't put it back in 150 years.
Landing complete.
So there's kind of that air shield in this game, which so I can leave my ship right as soon as that happens because of the force field that puts air in here, so it's gross. That's where I'm going. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to reset my base to here. I need to be able to buy some equipment. I need clothes and all that nonsense. Yeah, so one of the reasons I'm just screwing around here too is I'm, if you saw, you know, I lost that hull C and then it said it was going to take 34 minutes to get it back. You know, so I kind of need to kill the time. I'm going to store that.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So it will auto-store eventually, but I don't want to hear that guy talk to me like, your ship needs to be despawned, your ship needs to be despawned 500 times, and then, even though he says he despawned it. Like, each of these are different, but none of them are unique and interesting. It's just, that's part of the problem with this, is it's like, they did a bunch of these procedurally generated stations, but they're just like, they're not interesting. They really aren't. I wish they were, you know? Locked. Green one here. Which one's 4? 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll set our new place here. Alright. Alright, so we're linked here so that hopefully I don't, hopefully I can respawn here when I need it. And hopefully we can find some crap here that I can buy. Come on, open the doors. So I'd like to find, I need to get a suit. I would like to do a mission. You can see, kind of banging my head against the wall trying to get this stuff done. You know, you can see how this would get ultra frustrating if you've been running around all this time trying to do all this crap, and then some, you know, other player decides he's just gonna like shoot at you when you go somewhere and destroy your ship. You know, and then, you know, he destroyed your ship, so it says, oh, your ship's gonna respawn in 45 minutes. You know, you can see how that is just, game is nowhere near that. Like, I have no clue where I'm going right now. Again. Probably here. Yep. Galleria. Oh my god, if this doesn't have... Oh, you know what? I bet its cargo center has it, so... I think I could buy suits at cargo center. There we go. Yeah. It's counterintuitive. The Galleria would have clothes. So I'm going there. I have to go to the cargo center to buy clothes. Let's see, what do I want? What? That's gonna, see, that cuts my money way down, dude. See, is there a cheaper one? I just want a basic suit, man, just so I can operate in the world here. Where's the regular kiosk? See what I can buy here. $10K, okay. I just want a suit, man. Undersuit, okay. 500 bucks. Okay. That's better. Need a helmet. Does that come with the helmet? Let's see. The UI is so bad in this. Put this there. Why, dude? Come on, man. Personal jacket pockets. Okay. Put the suit on, you asshole. Equip. Equip again. How many times do I have to press it, man? Come on, man. What is wrong with this game? Carry, okay. Now what do I do? How do I... Okay, I put on equip, and it's not doing it. If you read it, says here, watch. We'll go back and we'll read the blurb. RSI beacon undersuit is a general use utility designed to provide total protection against environmental and vacuum. So I think this is all I need. This is exactly the suit that I had last time that I was wearing, so. So I bought that. Now why can't I wear the friggin' thing? Okay. Medical gown. Let's take the gown off. Just swap them. Just swap them, dude. Why do I have to do that? Okay. Are we wearing this stupid thing now? Okay, we have the environmental suit on now. I need a friggin' helmet. There we go. There's a helmet. I just need a helmet. Alright. Horizon helmets. There we go. Buy the Horizon helmet. Okay. Buy. Okay. Come out of here. Alright. Take this helmet, put it on my jabroni. Thank Christ. Alright, so we're equipped with that now. Can I sell my clothing? Alright, we're starting to make some progress here. Let's see. Personal weapons. Pyro multi-tool. Okay, quick buy. Cutter, tractor beam. Quick buy. Okay. Alright, so that is done. I have to hit the bathroom for a second. Alright, so we're starting to make some progress here. It's a little chunky, the UI here. Yeah, that undersuit's all you need. Okay. Chocolate bar container, okay. I don't know what containers do yet. Okay. Alright. So we're re-equipped to hopefully go do a mission. I want to do a peaceful mission, man. That's all I want to do. So I think I'm going to try to do a little cargo transfer here. Unfortunately, we can't do it here. We have to go back to the old place to do it. So eventually, in 1,000 years, I think you were supposed to go to cargo terminals to do most of your cargo stuff, but, you know, that's way down the road. Yep. Okay, yeah. I just saw your comment about getting rid of the gown. Click, 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 click. Let me out of this place. Alright, so I need to go up to that second story to buy cargo. Again, for my trading here. I'm lost again. This game is great at getting me lost here. How the hell, where the hell's the cargo thing, man? Is it in the Galleria? I think it's in the Galleria. Nothing makes sense. I want cargo, but you don't go to the cargo area, you gotta go to the Galleria. I want clothing, you don't go to the Galleria, you go to the cargo area. And then you come up here to buy cargo. So that makes sense, huh? That's what's, you know, you can start to see why I get frustrated with this game. It gives me the stress. Alright, select location. Alright, so I can buy scrap and I can buy iron. So I'm going to try to find one of those websites and see if I can't figure out where I can sell something at. So scrap or yeah, I'm not going to bring up the website because it's just. All right, so let's find Everest Harbor. All right, Everest Harbor. Destination, I don't know. Okay, money, I have like 10 grand. Okay. Hind roots. Nothing. See, this is when it gets frustrating again. There's nothing. I could go to Walla, which is at ArcCorp, which was where we just were, and do Laranite. Come on, man. That's when this game just is like a frustration simulator. It's like, what am I even doing here? All right, yeah, so like I just looked and there's nothing to do here, so awesome. Why am I here then? Let's check the mission, see if I can do a cargo or something. Hadley on Hurston, drop-off package on Magda. Be aware, in addition for being known as dependable shipping service, Redwine is known also for tracking down people who double-cross us. Okay. Dare we accept this offer and see if we can do it. Okay. So let's try this. Let's see what the hell happens. Probably get shot at by some asshole again. And I have no gun on me, so good chance that's what's going to happen.
From breathtaking views, incredible dining, to unmatched.
And if that happens, I'm going to quit. I think this is the way. Yeah. Alright, let's take the Pisces. What
To
happened?
the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Why am I filing a claim on the arrow? I stored the arrow, didn't I? I don't know what happened to the arrow. Whatever. Retrieve that. Hangar 1. Okay. Bad when the audio goes like that. That often means the game's crashing. So. Alright, let's see if we can do this one mission here. Let me make sure I look like a spaceman. Yep. Open up my ship. Open, 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 open. Come on, man. The game's bugging out. It won't open my ship. That's not my ship, is it? My ship isn't blue. What the hell, man? Oh, it's over there. I'm in the wrong hangar, dude. It's hangar 3. I'm in the wrong hangar. Shocker. No, it says hangar 1 right there. Look at that, hangar 1. I clicked on hangar. Maybe I clicked hangar 3. Okay, maybe I did. Hey, it's my problem. Oh my god. Alright, here's mine. I was wondering why it was blue. It was a different guy's ship. There we go. Alright, still look like a spaceman. Not like I'm gonna just die if I step outside. Close. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you want to hear the thing that annoys me the most about Star Citizen is they were doing like the grenade stuff, and like one of the most rewarding things in Tarkov, for example, is throwing a good nade, because there's no like arc or like arcadey nonsense in Tarkov. So like if you throw a grenade, like you have to just get, it's just experience, it's knowing where to look, it's like it's a skill. And in Star Citizen they do that silly like arc you can see, so it's again it's super cartoony and I hate it. It's just like, come on, man. Takes the skill out of it, which sucks. The audio's having a struggle here.
Takeoff complete.
Alright, so we need to find where we're going here.
Landing gear raised.
There's Hurston. Hurston. Where am I picking this package up here? It's going to Magda. I'm lost in this friggin' thing again. Oh my god, dude, this is such a bad star map. So bad. It really is. It really is horrific. Like, people have been complaining this for a long time here. Was that Lorville? I think it's Lorville. Let me check the contract manager. Accepted. From Hadley on Hurston. Okay, so we gotta find Hadley. Alright, so it's on Hurston. It's Hadley at Hurston. Okay, zoom in, please. Come on, man. This thing is the worst thing to navigate in the history of the Earth. Alright, Edmund. Looking for Hadley. Here it is, Hadley, right here. Okay. Let's double check that. I want to make sure that's where we're supposed to be going. Okay. Accepted. Alright. HMS Hadley. Package from HMS Hadley. Okay. trying to spool my drive here. There we go. The UI is broken. It's not showing me the spool. There we go. The UI is broken. It's not showing me it. What a steaming pile right now. It's like, this has not improved since I played years ago, really. I can understand why a lot of people are frustrated who played the whole time. I took a good long break and it's bugging me. Let's hope there's not some jackass pirates just sitting here trying to shoot at me. Some cool emerging gameplay of somebody shooting at me. Well, I just want to go do a cargo mission. Okay. There's Hadley right there. Okay. I have to keep the drive spooled up or I can't see where it is. So. Gotta be careful going too fast here as well. Going like 400, 600 knots right there, so, and it's dark, so I have to kind of take it a little bit easy. There we go, so we're only 9 kilometers away. Can't see anything. Alright, 6 kilometers away. Alright, so starting slowing down a little bit here. I'm gonna set my max speed here. There it is, so that I can't go too fast. I get rid of the quantum drive now that I can actually see what I'm doing. Is L lights? Hey, look at that. L is lights. Shocker. That's helpful.
Landing gear deployed. Engines offline.
Yeah, like the way I see it, the way it should work in a safe system is, for example, like, you know, you should have patrols everywhere, and the way it worked in Elite was, for example, you know, if you get attacked, you could easily, you'd go to your comms, and see, this is where it says that I have to go to, and I'm not seeing any marker telling me there's cargo here. So let's really look at this here. Normally there'd be a marker the whole time telling me. Maybe I'm not tracking it right. So let's go to accepted, and then let's abandon this one. I'm not doing that one. Let's track this one. Okay, that's probably what I needed to do. Okay, good. That's what I need to do. All right. Like, I think a lot of my spaceships, or my ships, my aircraft in Stormworks behave better than Star Citizen does. You know? It's like, get rid of that little cycle, this one. Get rid of that blue one. It's like, I know what a seat is. I know if I press F on a seat, I should sit in it. I don't really need that double menu bullshit. What's uninitialized mean? Does it mean I don't own it, or I didn't brand it or something? That's weird. personally, every time I have to like I should just be able to look at this. I can do it if I'm aimed right at it. Like I can just press the F key. But like you can see, it's like it takes me out of it. I have to like bring my cursor up. You shouldn't need to do that. You should just press the button. Oh my god, just drop the thing. Come on. I was gonna say, if you glitch out, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Just stay where you're at. There you go. Like to get one mission done in this silly game. Yeah, you know, it's like I was really like I was watching Nooblet's video on Starfield. I so wanted to play. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to get into space, and I'm like, yeah, and control my ship. I'm like, I can't really control my ship. It's just like, it's not the main part of that game. So it's just like it's just so, like so boring to me. It's like that's what I want to do is control the ship. What is this? I have a. So I think I have to go to Magda. Magda, drop off package right here. Okay. And then right here is drop off package. Set route. So it's not letting me set the route properly, I don't think. Okay. Maybe. The route set, who knows?
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
See if we're high enough to get out of here. Probably not. What am I at? About 16,000 feet, something like that. There's a coming up on like 23,000 feet, 24 there. No, I didn't want to go there. Was trying to go past it to that. So let's hopefully just pitch my nose up and go to Magda.
Quantum drive is now off.
There's Magda right there.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I need to probably set a new point here. See it. The other thing too is it should like already be. It should default where I am already, and then instead of me having to like default in there. Okay. Did it let me see it's? Did it let me set the route? Hopefully it did. There we go. Okay. All right. Just UI-wise, again, not very good UI. How's it going there? Stalemate. What's happening? Yep, definitely. The outfit looks good. Yeah. Yep. Star Citizen selling non-existent land. They're just silly. The stuff they sell. It's just it's just disgusting at this point. All right. So hopefully we can get a full mission in. You know, they really they were kissing the ass of the shooty player base for a long time, and you know, which is fine. They deserve their gameplay too, but they were like pretty much exclusively doing that, and the excuse was, oh, Squadron 42 is a shooty game, so of course that's what we're working on. So it'd be nice to see them like really start to dig in and like try to, you know, prioritize some of the other community too, you know. Okay, there we go. Just trying to slow down here. There we go. Okay. Fly much better if I had my joystick hooked up. We'll see if I can. I'll have to look up a guide on how to hook up my joystick properly, because the game isn't really working on it. I couldn't use. You could see when I was trying to set it up. So there is a what the hell's that? I forget what craft that is. I forget. A Corsair. There's a Corsair there. Go. Okay. Yeah.
Landing complete.
All right.
Engines offline.
Why am I in third person? Okay. Get out of third person, please. So let's see. I'm going to try to use my tractor beam gun. How do you unholster there, Seb? Pressing 1, 2, 3. I'm not getting it. Mobigle star map. So let's see. I want to try to get my I want to try to use my my tractor beam. Like, see, it's there on me. I put the tractor beam attachment on it. Pressing 1, 2, 3. Nothing. Okay. Pick up the box. 3 presses to do it. There we go. Do we get the first successful mission, or do we get screwed here? Right here, okay. Do we get our first cheddar cheese cash? Hey, there we go. Alright, so we got a little bit of cash there. Let's see. I think I can check it here. Or where was it? Right. Alright, so I got a little bit of cash off that. I got $3 grand. I'm gonna just go hit the head really quick and get a drink. We'll be right back. All right, I am back. All right, we'll see you later, Seb. Thanks for helping out. I appreciate it. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Check. Let's look at commodities here. I need to take a break soon, but so I'm gonna try that friggin' website again. See if I can't get it because we have a third-party utility that people are using for trade routes, and that's what I used to do when I actually was playing just more doing trade. So, but Seb was saying it wasn't working right, so. I'm just trying to find my ship here. Or Pisces. Okay, where are we at here? We are. Where is our current location here? We are. See, again, it doesn't leave me where I was. I have to, like, track Han. All right. Nope, that's not it. Hurston, okay. Magda. I'll find Magda if I can. It's so frustrating trying to figure out how to do any of this stuff. Magda Han, there's. I don't care where it's going. And so I'm gonna see if this will give me a what to trade where. So try to figure this out here. There's Magda Han. So I have two websites going. This one seems broken. It's just not working. I don't know. Okay, see Pisces. Find routes. All right, so here's Han to New Babbage. Small ship, so I'm not going to make much money. So we'll make very little money doing this, but be something to do. So let's see what aluminum looks like. All right. All right, so we're going to buy, if I can make this work. We're going to buy 4 units of aluminum. Okay. All right, and so let's check that website again. I don't get the website. All right, so it's doing aluminum to TDD at New Babbage, which is annoying. I have to go down and do Babbage and run around. Try to see if there's a better place to sell the aluminum. So let's give that a run, see what happens. All right, we're not gonna make much money, but you know, give us something to do. So you see how it says it's really cold here. It's negative 36 degrees Celsius, and so it's a survival rate. I can survive here for 40 minutes. So. So, as you can see, I have cargo in my cargo bay. Alright, so we're gonna go to New Babbage. Might not have the fuel for New Babbage, we'll see. Just kind of playing, seeing what's going on here. Okay. So we have enough fuel. So we have enough fuel to get there. Alright. Just turn the engines on and we... There we go. Okay. I have no sound in game, so the game sounds are bugged. Awesome. Yeah, I can't hear any of the game sounds. Wow. Dude, I haven't played this game in like 3 years, and it's like not improved at all. It's pretty sad.
Engines online.
There we go. Like the sound is super delayed.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now up. Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of those animated particles they put in to show you speed. All right, so I found a better website. Looks like it's up to date. Some of those are old websites I had. Like I said, I haven't played in years, and so it looks like some of them are broken. A lot of like the game's been neglected in so many ways that I think a lot of people just say screw it and don't update their websites. Just checking out some of the stuff here. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So like this website here is actually showing me some trade routes. So like that was where I was. So like it's showing nothing for that location. Let's see if we make any money off this. We got a. This is gonna be. This is one of the longer trips. If you look at where we started, where we went from here, we're about halfway, and we're going across there. So. God, you know, I'm glad I got to look at the hull. See, you know, I've been waiting for that ship for a long time. It's the one thing that's got me interested in the game. Yeah, I talked about some of like the design choices they made that I found to be. Am I gonna run out of fuel? It said I had enough fuel before. If I run out of fuel, I'll be pissed. It looks like I'm gonna run out of fuel. Whatever, dude. See if I can go here and refuel. Okay, how do I drop out of Quantum? I think I can force it out by shutting my engines off.
Engines offline.
Alright, so I shut my engines off to force me out of Quantum. And I'm going to go to an intermediary station to try to get some fuel there.
Engines online.
There we go. So now, hopefully we'll stop. I looked at it earlier and it said I had enough fuel for that trip. So like here it says current fuel 152, required 96. I was going to run out of fuel if I went all the way to Microtech, even though it said initially that I had plenty. So I don't know what the deal is. So hopefully I can buy some fuel here. I'll probably take a break after that. It's a frustrating game. But I might have to look at Starfield again. You know, I want to scratch that space itch, but you know, I just hate that I can't fly, you know. So I'll have to watch some videos from see some other people playing and see if it's scratch the itch, if there's enough there for me. Like, I don't like listening to all the story nonsense. I have no interest in the story. I just want to go do what I want to do. It's like, you know, I understand like some of the people with storm marks. They're like, oh, the mission sucked, there's not anything to do, or like people literally say there's nothing to do in game. It's like there's a group of people who very much want a story game, and that's the type of game they like. And that's not me. I don't need a story game. I can make my own story, and that's what I prefer. And some people just they think there's no content there. If you have to make the game yourself, there's no game. And just fundamentally disagree. That's just a different type of game. And you know, I know that, you know, most of the game of Starfield isn't there for me because I don't want to like listen to the story. Like some people love to read every letter there is. I don't read any of the letters. I don't listen to any of the people. I don't care. It's like I want to go buy some cargo over here, bring it over there on my ship. You know, I want to make a base, so I'll have to see if there's enough there to do at in Starfield to maybe rebuy it. Alright, so I think there's one of the big stations.
Quantum drive is now off.
So we're going to this MIC L1A. Trying to jump to it. Oh well. There we go.
Drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Make sure I don't hit this thing. I'm dangerously close to hitting this sucker, so. I'm gonna slow down here. I forget what. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it. Oh. Yep, there we go. That's why I need my joystick back. I just can't. I have no clue how to control this fucking mouse and keyboard. But this was definitely Frustration Simulator. This game is nowhere near being ready, and it won't be ready for another 20 years. So, but it's kind of fun a little bit to check some things out. But definitely, definitely needs another couple decades in the oven to cook. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna end there. I'll see you later.